Morning, Jose. Morning, ST3. Oh, damn it. Okay, there we go. Happy Saturday. Welcome to a new month in Red Dead. I believe I'm still wearing the full outfit. Not a bad outfit. Not the best lighting. Yeah, not bad. Not bad, not bad. There's shooting going on nearby, but I don't know what it is. Gotta be a player doing something because I don't see any events going on. Let's go investigate. Oh, it's a campsite, right? Oh no, it's a bear. I haven't seen this one in forever. Okay. Angry bear. That takes 800 bullets, apparently. I'm sorry, bear. Get that big game meat. Are you gonna give me money, sir? Why, thank you. 10 whole dollars? That's actually not bad. Compared to how some of those events go. That bear did take like 8 bullets though. Crazy. Alright, let's take a look at some daily challenges. I want to do a collector run sort of today. If people want to hop in for it, we'll focus on static spawns. I didn't really announce that I was going to do this. And if not, I'm going to get some diggables as well. Ooh, I have 100 goods. No? Excuse me, sir. 99.
Just so you know.
Alright, that's kind of rude. Oh, you know what? I forgot to make sure my mic was coming out this correct one. It keeps switching? Okay, yeah, microphone too. It keeps going to like controller audio, which is crazy. BK1, bear one. I mean, that bear was not going down without a fight. I wish you could just scare them off. That would have been a good feature. If I could just like scare off wild animals. Of course, I did change my gun here in the midst of this. Oh, you know what? Let me switch to pistols because I can work on that. Let's see where I am. I can work on that award. Was that going to be sharpshooter maybe? Ooh, 976 out of 1,000 enemies killed with a pistol. So I just need a little bit more. And then I think headshots, right? Pistol headshots, 918 out of 1,000. Okay, so I'm pretty close on both of those. If I'm doing a bunch of collecting today, though, I probably won't get that, but definitely work on it. Yes, the option to scare animals should have come from naturalists. I agree. There should have been something specific you could learn, a skill you could learn, and something you can intentionally do. Like, maybe even how we warn players by pointing up in the air. Like, that could be a way to scare them away somehow. Or maybe shooting at a spot near them. I think that would have been good. That would have been like a perfect idea to go with naturalists, because the idea is not to kill any animals with naturalists, but sometimes you can't help it because the animals won't stop coming after you. So you have to. So even if you don't want to, like, you still have to. All right, for dailies today, we've got 2 American muskrat skin, 5 animals trampled, 2 free roam events played, 5 herbs sold, 3 player kills from cover infirmer events, which is a terrible, terrible one. Wow, these are awful. 3 player kills with thrown weapons. Those are 2 of the worst ones, I feel like. Melee is also a hard one. Give me a second. Damn, I got a little bit of a cough going on this morning. Morning, Idris. How are you today? Successfully fend off an ambush. These are terrible. I'm not gonna lie, these are terrible daily challenges. Fend off an ambush. You either need a solo lobby or you need to get lucky. These are two really bad ones in free roam events. They like to do multiple free roam PvP ones on Saturday mornings. I don't know why. Herb sold is easy enough. Free roam events is easy enough if you're playing long enough. Animals trampled easy enough, and muskrats is easy enough, but the rest of these are not so easy. Bounties brought in from Lemoyne posters, completed with at least one posse member, living bounty targets in a photograph. 6 large animal carcasses donated to crypts, 7 medium animals, 10 small animals. Bird eggs, 5 bird eggs, 3 coins, and 2 collectibles with a metal detector. Travel 4,827 distance on a moonshine wagon. Sell and make $200 with the moonshine sale, and sell to a preferred buyer type. I don't even know if I have moonshine going. I'll have to check. You have all no Salida items, just not the full outfit. You might not get the full outfit to be able to put on the full outfit. You might have to like select all the individual items. I don't think you actually get the full outfit in your full outfit section, which is kind of a bummer. Although apparently that's where the Dutch outfit bugged out, so maybe it's a good thing you just have the yeah, you probably will just get the individual pieces. 2 blending tonics crafted to use, craft or cook at a wilderness camp, 7 items, and find 2 legendary animals using pheromones. Hey, Thomas, how's it going? All right, there we go. 100 goods. Perfect. Okay. Let me take a look at the Gene Ropke map here. I think we have Lemoyne posters, so I think we're going to go to Rhodes and start collecting there in conjunction with a bounty. So that's going to be the best way to maximize our time here. Always love that free fast travel. So see how I do today. I wasn't 100% sure I was going to be able to stream. I'm coming off a 3-day water fast. And everything was going really well. So whenever I do a longish fast, I haven't done a long fast since I think I've lived down here. I think the most I've done is like 24 hours. So when I do a longer fast, I'm always trying to like pay attention to my body, and my body will let me know if like I'm okay to keep fasting. So not like reasons I would need to stop would be like low energy and hunger is not a reason to stop, because that's stuff you can push through. Hey Madowix, how's it going? But if I get like lightheaded at all, or feel really nauseous, or start to get shaky, then I know like my body's just not in a place to fast any longer, and that could just be because of hormones or what I was eating beforehand or whatever. And so everything was going really, really well. Up until I hit hours, I was gonna go 72 as my max. That was like my max goal. So my first goal was 48. My next goal was 60, and then goal number 3 was 72 if everything was going fine. And so I hit about hour 68, and my body was like, stop. And so, let me see where this card is around here. Oops, no, not progress. But I was at work, unfortunately, so I was like, I don't have the food to break this fast. And so I was like, I left work like 15 minutes early, because I was like, I do need to, I genuinely need to go get some food. Like my body's letting me know it's time to stop. And then I had some food last night, and I've been good. My stomach was a little upset last night before I ate. And now it's mostly fine. And I feel fine. I feel fine right now, but I wasn't really sure how. I don't reintroduce food super great, honestly, because I just get impatient and I want to just eat. I fasted for 3 days. After 3 days, it gets hard. Yeah, I always let my body. Fasting's not usually too hard for me, generally speaking. It just depends on, again, as a female, like I have to pay attention to my body and my hormones, because sometimes it's just not smart for a woman to fast, and it's not going to work. And so 72, or I made it 71 hours. That's the longest I fasted in a few years. But I've gone longer before. It just depends. If I'm feeling good, I'll keep going. If I'm not feeling, and again, feeling good doesn't mean I'm not tired or hungry necessarily. It just means I don't have any of the like again, I don't want to have lightheadedness, shakiness, nausea, any of that tells me my body's not in a good place to like keep fasting. It's more a mental thing at first, because you will get really hungry at first, but then that dissipates. I think the hardest part for me this time is I don't normally notice it too much, but I could definitely tell I was in a ketogenic state on day 3 because of the smell. Like, I could smell, like, the fruity, and it was bothering me, honestly. The smell and the taste, like, I could tell, and I did not like it. I don't always get that. You can drink coffee with a spoon or butter when it gets hard. It doesn't break the fast. Yuck to both of those. No, I keep it mostly just water. I hate coffee, and I don't eat butter. But yeah, for the most part, I was totally fine. My coworkers were in a very, like, eaty mood the last couple days, which is weird because my one coworker hardly eats anything, and the other one will go long periods without eating something. And, like, both of them, all 3 days that I was fasting, were, like, had the munchies, I swear. There was so much food in that office. Another coworker brought food, not knowing that I was fasting, and, like, bought it for us, all of us. And he brought fries in. And I was like, damn it. I do like me a good fry. All right, I'm going to cut across here. It's a mental thing. Yeah, a comfort thing. Feeling empty is kind of boring. Yeah, and it's just like you're so used to eating that when you're not doing that, it's like, you're like, what do I do now? This is dinner time. What do I do now? Mostly like one night I just went to bed early. All right. Oh shit, I forgot I need living targets, but I don't think that's really gonna happen here very well because there's too many enemies that come down this way. That's right, I need pistol kills. That's a bounty, right?
Say hello to Jesus for me.
Say hello to Jesus.
I'll blow your face off. You're in serious trouble.
Am I?
Get out of this.
Excuse me, sir. Oh, Nelly. My goodness. Eating is comfort and entertainment. We don't need much food, really. Most people are fat. I mean, there's a lot of reasons for that, too. Not just overeating. I mean, yes, it is a calories in, calories out thing, but it's not as simple as that, either. Whoops. Okay. Nope, that's not a health potion. Dude, this area makes me sad. This is like the other area where the enemies just keep spawning.
You're boxed in.
Did I really loot both of them? Excuse me, sir. But it is. Some of it's a culture thing. Like family get-togethers, there's a lot of culture around eating. There's a lot of tradition around eating. That's how people show their love. You know, it's a lot. There's a lot involved with it. There's food quality, access to healthy food, prices of healthy food. Like there's a lot that goes into it. The fact that we work a lot of office work. There's not as much active work outside. It all factors in. The fact that a lot of cities aren't set up for like walking, biking, like around to get around the city. I need like another horse here.
Untie me now, you piece of shit.
I have Red Dead 1. The graphics aren't great compared to Red Dead 2. Really? I feel like Red Dead 1 graphics do hold up really well, honestly. They have a more of a like a grittiness to them, I feel like, of that kind of the story and time period. You know what? We're gonna kill one of these guys and drag him.
To hell with all that.
I actually went back and played Red Dead 1. I've got it on PS5 now, and I think the graphics look really amazing. I mean, it's not like Red Dead 2 graphics in the sense that they're not the same. Red Dead 2 is a little bit different. Of course, Red Dead 2 could still technically get a 60 FPS upgrade, but we're just not sure. It's hard to cut back on food when you have family, have big dinners, birthdays, etc. Yeah, I know, and there's such like culture and tradition around like feeding people and like that being like how you show love and how you communicate. And so it can be really hard if you're trying to get to a healthier place and you have family situations like that, because I know there's sometimes where people can get offended. My family's all pretty cool. I get the, you know, I get some jabs sometimes over how I eat. Nothing malicious. People don't understand it necessarily, but you know, I don't have to deal with the nastiness that a lot of people have to deal with, which is good. It's funny because my coworkers are really good about like making sure there are options for me to eat, and like making sure we're going somewhere that has options for me, which I'm not super used to, I guess. And I try not to make a fuss about it.
Of course this happens to me again.
But they're good people.
Got him alive. Good hustle, good hustle.
Yeah, I feel like that's almost intentional. Like, every area in Red Dead 1, because it's a grittier, it's a harder story. There's none of that lightheartedness of Red Dead 2. Like, whereas Red Dead 2 at the beginning, you've got like, they're kind of a family. Things are not going well, but they're not going terrible, and you still have that camaraderie. So you get like, you get the different biomes of the greens and the flowers, and like, you know, you get that more diversity. But in Red Dead 1, like the story starts off not great, and it never is a good, like, things are going well type of a thing. And so you go from, just the kind of the browns and everything of like New Austin and like Armadillo and McFarland's and Tumbleweed. And then you go into Mexico, which has some pretty spots, but it's also very like light colored, like not a lot of diversity in like in color. And then you go to Blackwater, which again is, you don't get any of the greens of like the Heartlands, Big Valley, like that kind of thing. So it is definitely, the colors are definitely more muted, I feel like. But I feel like the actual quality is still really good. It's just my personal opinion. I think the graphics hold up well. I know people wanted a graphical upgrade, and like I thought, I don't think Red Dead 1 needs it for what it is, personally. All right, where are we right now? Shoot, that's right where I want to go. No, I want to come back here. Never mind. All right, we're gonna grab this card over here because I needs it. I'm playing Far Cry New Dawn. It's great, and Far Cry 6 has been too immersive. I can't play those because they're first person. I mean, I could play them, but I don't like to play. I hate first person, honestly. I wish we had a map with Peak Tumbleweed and Peak Armadillo at the same time. Yes, that would be nice. Bustling Armadillo, bustling Tumbleweed. I always forget how different like Thieves Landing is between the two. It's also funny to go back and play story, and I'm in like chapter 6 in one of my epilogue one of my playthroughs, and I'm like, dude, I forgot how like built up Blackwater gets. It's crazy. And Big Valley with the farms and everything, the ranches. I was like, I forget because I play so much online, like how built up the houses around the map that are built. My guess is originally they had planned for those houses that were built in story, like around the map, that would be places in online that you could buy and like have as your like home. I gotta think that that's what their plan was, and then just things went awry and it never happened. But there are so many like cute little one-off houses just around the map in story. It's crazy. Yeah, I tried to get into Far Cry, but I just really, at the end of the day, loathe first-person games. For me, it's not immersive to play first-person. I know it is for a lot of people. For me, it's not, though, because, like, when you're in first-person, I'm like, depending on what game you're playing, obviously you get hardly anything here. Like, this isn't how I live my life, right? I can barely see my toes. I can see my hands on my guns. Like, that's, to me, I don't feel like this is me running around. Because in real life, like, I'm looking down right now and I'm looking at my entire body. I'm sitting in this chair crisscross. I can see my entire torso, my legs, my arms, my hands. Like, the only thing I can't see is my face, obviously, because that's where my eyes are. You know? I can see my shoulders. I can see my hair. And like here, I can see my hands. If I look down, I can see my toes, kind of, sort of. Not really, barely. And so for me, that's like less immersive, I guess, than seeing my whole body. It also messes with me, like, camera-wise. Just, I don't know. I do prefer to be able to see my whole character. Hopefully they planned House Building Part 2 for online, but sadly we'll never see that. Probably not. Hey, Mazin, how's it going? Yep, we're using the semi-autos right now. I'm trying to get my pistol kills in for the award. Pretty close. I should have almost the... I'm surprised I didn't get to 1,000 there on just kills. What was I? I guess I was still like 22 away, and I was using my repeater at first. Far Cry is horse riding and hunting. All the cool things are the best games. Well, now I want to play Far Cry 6 for the... Or whichever Far Cry has horse riding. I also picked up Biomutant again, which apparently does have mounts, but like not horse mounts. Not traditional mounts. Okay. That's lovely. Lovely name, good sir. Lovely name. You should play Far Cry 5 first. It's a beautiful, rich game. I want to say I have one of the Far Cries, but I don't know which one it is. Again, I've tried to play before, and I just really struggle to get into the first person. Alright, we've got an arrowhead here somewhere. It's by far the best Far Cry game. I'll have to see which one I have. I'm not sure which one I have. Or maybe I just had a trial of one. I don't know if I bought one or I may have bought. Sometimes I buy games when they're on sale with the intention of playing them, and then I never play them. How many people do that? How many people have a backlog of games you've just been like, oh, this is on sale, I'll pick this up? What did I just pick up the other day? I want to say it was some part of Horizon or something that was on sale for like super cheap, and I was like, let me get that. Because at some point I might finish Horizon. Maybe. But I feel like I should just give up sometimes and be like, okay, this wasn't my game. This wasn't my kind of game, you know? It's okay. You don't have to like every game. It's all right. But I have like such hopes. I'm like, oh, I know this is like, should be such, like Horizon Zero Dawn should be such like my type of game. It should be so fantastic. And dude, I've tried to play it like 3 or 4 times. The last time I played it, I got the furthest I'd ever gotten, but that I haven't played it now in over a year. And it's not that there's anything wrong with it per se. It's not like I don't enjoy it when I'm playing it. I just don't like love it, you know? It's like okay. It's like mediocre. I'm like, this is fine. But then when there's other games that are like more exciting, I just don't even think about it because it just doesn't, it's not like exciting to me. It's kind of boring. And I don't know why. Like, I don't care about her story. I don't want to know more about her. And that feels bad because I feel like I should like her. Like, I should want to know more about her story. And I'm like, did they just not write it well enough to, like, intrigue? Oh, I forgot I'm going for a fossil here, not the arrowhead. It's going to be down in here somewhere. Stop jumping, you fool! Hey, 2Life, how's it going? I love Far Cry 6 and New Dawn. I need to try 5. I heard it's good graphics. So you skipped over 5 then. You went right to 6. It's because of the variety of games that you have. Maybe try only download one game at a time to play it. Once you finish and download the next game. Yeah, see, the problem is like I get bored with that game and then I'm like, let me try something else. I quit trying to play other games because Red Dead 2 is the best game. Red Dead 2 is amazing, but there are some other amazing games out there. Red Dead 2 is still my favorite game of all time. But like Ghost of Tsushima, amazing. I'll do multiple playthroughs of that one. Ghost of Yotei, amazing. I absolutely love that one. Alan Wake 2, absolutely amazing. Loved those. Trying to think of some other ones I played recently. Games that I played and I finished, but I was like meh at the end. Cyberpunk for me was a meh game. I played it, I finished it. Nothing terrible about it, although I did have a bunch of bugs that made me have to restart and like load old saves because they were like game-breaking bugs. But at the end of it, I was just like, okay, like that was fine. Nothing spectacular. Is this our virgin pooper over here? I'm kind of hanging out in the same area. God of War, great. I loved God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok. I know some people didn't like Ragnarok, but I loved it. It is a PS exclusive. Mr. Richard, are you on PC? Because I feel like God of War came to PC, right? So like maybe Ragnarok would at some point. Guys getting spicy over there. How's your collector month going? I've actually gotten some good like rare collectibles. But I just haven't had time to do a lot of collecting, unfortunately. That's just the season of life that I am in. But I've gotten a bunch of like New York tokens. I've gotten some quartz. I've gotten some obsidians. So I do have some collections going. Hey, Babadoo, how's it going? It has been a while. I hope you're doing well. You still hanging out with Hacker and everything? I feel like I haven't talked to him in forever either. I've just been so busy. I see he's been back to streaming though, which is good. Ace Combat 7 is amazing. Can't wait for Ace Combat 8 later this year. I liked Ragnarok because I liked the... no, I don't need that. I liked the progression of Kratos' character. But I'm also a female, so... the thing that got me... the thing that I hated most in God of War 2018 was I was like, if this guy says boy one more time, I'm gonna freaking lose it. Oh, Blue Road and Appaloosa would be cool in the game, yes. Or even, I don't know what color exactly Charles's Appaloosa is, but that's really pretty, the gray. All right, I think these are old markers I have, but this is probably stuff that I'm still low on, so we're gonna grab them. Whoop! My bad. I haven't played a long time, just started again a few days ago. Nice. Well, I hope you've been doing well, doing real life stuff. I've been pretty busy too, honestly. I only stream Saturday mornings now, just between work and school and everything. It's been a little bit crazy. I'm probably going to try. It's still going to be dependent on my like classes, but I do want to try to add in potentially a weekday stream in the evening because Gypsy's now flying a lot, so he's doing all the pilot courses and stuff, and so he's flying like twice a week right now, and one's usually a weeknight. And so if he's flying, I might try to use that day to do like a stream. I got into Firefighter Simulator on PS5 2 Fun. Babadoo, thank you so much for the 229. Appreciate you. Hey, how come it won't let me heart it? That's rude. Huh, so rude. Usually it lets me heart them. Thank you, though. I really appreciate that. It's very kind. Let me scroll back up, just make sure I didn't miss anybody coming in while I was rambling. I still haven't gotten into Horizon. Her character doesn't treat me. Yeah, I don't know what it is about her character. I don't get it. I just have the whatever the base PS Plus is because I honestly just don't really have time to check out all the games that are going on. Hey Aiden, how's it going? I'm sick with a cold that's trying to beat my ass down, but I just want to drop by and say morning. Good morning. I hope you feel better and that you get lots of rest and vitamin C and all that, and it doesn't turn into anything nastier. We've done pretty good this year. My coworkers and I. We haven't had too much in the realm of like colds and sicknesses, but hopefully we'll keep it that way. We haven't had a lot of coworkers out or anything, which is nice. Got a little bit of a cough this morning, but I'm pretty sure that's unrelated to anything. I get one every once in a while, and I feel like it's just allergy related. So yeah, I don't have a ton of sets right now, honestly. I'm still looking for a gold quarter. I have one set of wands. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 13 sets right now. So yeah, collector month's not going super well for me, but it's okay because I don't really need anything. I don't need the money or gold, so it's just for fun. Will do. It's my first cold this winter, so it's probably why my body hates it. Oh yeah, your body's like, no, I don't care for this. Damn, come on, I just need a quarter. Let me get a quarter, please. Can I get a quarter today? I mean, I still know people that get COVID, but it's at this point it's now like a cold, so you're not in super. If you get COVID, it's just like another form of a flu cold at this point. So just like some people, it's just like the flu, honestly. Some people are fine when they get the flu, and some people have to go to the hospital when they get the flu. It just depends on a variety of factors. Your age, what strain you get, your health, your overall general health. Whoa! An ambush! We got an ambush! Oh my gosh! I can't even shoot anybody. I'm so excited. What kind of luck is that, baby? I haven't used pistols in a while. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Excuse me, sir. Have I really not gotten 1,000 kills yet with these pistols? Oh, I can't shoot today. There we go. Let's reset that bad boy. Did we get the ambush? Oh no, there's still somebody over here. I was like, I don't think it ended. Where is he? There we go. Nice. What would be the best way to make money this month? Oh, 100%. Just collect static spawns collector sets. So go around and collect full sets for cards, alcohol bottles, flowers, eggs, family heirlooms, and sell those. With the double money, it's going to be your most efficient. You can try to go for the like coins are like normally 500 and what is it, 550, 560 to sell them, and so double that's like shoot like over 1,000. But to get a full like coin set is crazy. Like I've been collecting all month, and well, I mean I've been collecting for a couple weeks now, and I haven't gotten a gold quarter yet, so I still don't even have a single coins set. You have 1 million? Yeah, I finally stopped spending money to get to the million. I didn't think I'd ever hit it because I just kept buying horses and like saddles and like all that kind of stuff. But finally I was like, okay, I need to hit 1 million. And so I did. I stopped spending money. Okay, that's right. I was going for this static diggable over here. I do work an office job, yes. I used to have a really cool job that I loved, and then I moved, and now I work an office job, and it's kind of boring. You have 2K? That's okay. That's all you need. If you got everything, you'll need more than that. It's kind of sad. I do miss my old job. I miss the impact I have in like working with people. My job now is kind of boring because I'm just in finance, so it's nothing exciting. I feel like it had to have been up, right? Here you guys can be on the sledge. Hey, Rowdy, how's it going? I have a Pro. I have a PS5 Pro. And that is only because my PS5 that I purchased and played started dying. Like, it would just randomly shut down. So I'd be in the middle of playing and then the whole system would just shut down. And I was going to get a PS5 Slim because I didn't want to spend the money on another PS5. Even though I use it a lot and I knew a PS5 Slim was going to be a mistake. And my boyfriend, who's amazing and spends way too much money on me, got on and just ordered it and had it delivered. I was like, what are you doing? Crazy person. So now I have a PS5 Pro. And it is lovely. But I was like, I didn't even need that. I could have done a regular one. Or I could have gotten away with a Slim for a little bit, I feel like. I do play a lot and stream a lot and get a lot, like, get footage and stuff. So a PS5 Pro is better, for sure. Yeah, see, that would have been my problem with the Slim. I would have had to keep deleting games, which is annoying. The PS5 Pro, like, never run out of room, which is fantastic. I have the extra storage, too. So I have the installed storage. So I've got, like, a 2 terabyte, I think, as well as the actual console storage, which is nice. I bought the Pro because of GTA 6. That's smart. Which I hear is still on track to drop in November. They had their quarterly earnings call the other day, and there's no, apparently no delays. No more delays they're counting on. I won a PS5 Pro from a Red Dead YouTube channel. That's amazing. That's really cool. Dude, I'd love to be at that point one day where I can do like something like that, where I give out like a PS5 Pro or whatever the new thing is. Sadly, that will probably never be us. I used to be able to do gift cards and stuff at least, but life, you know. How much is the storage on the Pro? Oh, I don't know how about the base storage is. Hang on, give me a second. See if that transition's fine. Console, let's see. 1.89 terabyte. I'm assuming you guys can still hear me even though I'm on the screen. There you go. We'll transition back. So console storage is listed as 1.89 here, and then I've got this one, which is 2. Alright, where was I going? Card. Up. Oh, wait. Was there something back there? Here. Where's this heirloom? Yeah, so I like never run out of space now because I've got like almost four between the two. Oh, hey. Am I about to get tackled, shot, murdered? Murder. Don't you bother my horse back there. Is he collecting as well, or am I about to get thrown off the top? Hello, my good sir. Yeah. Your old PS5 might have a pace problem. Yeah, I tried a couple different things. We thought it may have been like overheating. And I considered looking into like trying to, yes, do something like that. So I was gonna work on it and like just get a slim in the meantime, but he's like, nah, I'm just gonna buy a new one. And I was like, okay. I still have the old one here. We were supposed to try to see if we could fix it up and then resell it if it was fine, if we were able to fix it, and we just never have. Back. I have an external hard drive I use for my PS4 and I could just plug it into my PS5 and play the games on what's doing. I think that's neat, yes. I like it as easy as possible. That's why I'm not a big like I know like people like to have the physical copy of the game, but I like digital because I'm lazy and I don't want to have to get up and change the disc, you know? Sometimes I can't figure out what game I want to play, but I want to play something, and so I'll like flit from one game to the next until I settle on something. And like I feel like if I had to get up and like put a new disc in each time, that would drive me insane. Yeah, that is the goal. I still have it. I at the very least. So the only reason I was gonna fix it up and sell it is because I wanted to give him back some of the money for it. And I still may do that. I've just haven't done it at this point. Okay. Hello. I don't know what we're doing. We're gonna fancy Val. You in my space a little bit? You in my space a little bit, but it's okay. Okay, we're gonna go to a new area because I don't know who this is, and I'm feeling very followed at the moment. I need an open campsite though, which is apparently not gonna happen. What did I come over here for? A card. It's in here, I think. Do. My library is full of PS4 games. When I turn on the PS5, I usually take some time in the library. It's full of PS4 games. When I turn on the PS5, I usually take some time in my library. I don't know if I'm gonna turn off the console. I wish there was better backwards compatibility. There are games that I had on like PS3 that I'd like to be able to play. So one of the games is Lego Lord of the Rings. Lego Lord of the Rings is one of the best Lego games of all time because it's like watching the movies because the actual dialogue is in there. And so I found out the reason why you can't get it, it's not in the store, you can't get a subscription, go play it, is that they lost the rights to like the music and dialogue, I guess, and they didn't renew it. And so you can like never play that. Well, I still have the discs. I wish I could take the disc and pop. I don't have a disc drive right now for my PS5 because when I got the new one, it doesn't come with one, and I didn't buy the external because I just don't need it. But I was like, I wish I could pop. If I could pop the disc in and play it, I would totally get a disc drive for it. All right, I did get that card. Am I in Cumberland? No, I'm not in Cumberland. I'm over outside of Valentine. Yeah. Okay, bummer. There was a coin up there I was going to get, but that's okay. Could go up through Valentine. There are some cards up there. I do think I need to do one more bounty still. To be fair, the PS5 was old. It was the original PS5. I bought it when PS5 came out, and it lasted years. Like, it was an older PS5, so. Whoa, Joe's name is in blue. Is that new? That must be new because you're mod. That's crazy. I haven't noticed that. Ooh, have fun at the, is that baseball or basketball tournament? Good hunting day. I hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, dude, you guys must be freezing up there. It's maybe too early for baseball, right? It's only February. Gotta be basketball, right? Have you ever considered getting a modded PS4? No. I have not considered that. Basketball. Okay, I was right. Too early for baseball. Baseball should start in March, I feel like. March-ish or so. I need to check if it's available for PS5, but Tales of the Shire is adorable. So I have not gotten Special Olympics. And then Matto said, are you guys watching the Winter Olympics? I've watched some of the Winter Olympics. I've watched some of the curling so far. I love curling. It's so fantastically weird. So Tales of the Shire looks adorable, but honestly, I think it bombed. And so I haven't gotten it because it didn't do super well. And people said it was kind of like repetitive and boring after a certain point, and like there just wasn't much to do. And that's so disappointing because it looks so cute, and like nobody's streaming it. So that's kind of bad because it's a fairly new game. Like nobody streams it or plays it like online or like for other people, which is crazy. So if it goes on a really good sale, I'll probably pick it up. I think it's probably good for like a little bit of game like time, but like not a, I don't think it's a super like replayable game, I guess. I mean, it's a cozy game, so I love that. Bone Collector. Bone Collector is a good movie. If you've never seen Bone Collector, I highly recommend it. It's Denzel Washington and Angelina Jolie, I think. And it is really good. Doo doo doo. Excuse me, sir. Do, 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 do. This is gonna be the one behind the jail, I think. So I was kind of bummed because I was looking forward to Tales of the Shire, and I was kind of bummed when I heard how it did. Okay, bye Joe if you're still here. Have fun. Hope the games go well. Nice! I didn't even try to jump on my horse there. I had a modded PS1 back when you had to buy the chip online and soldered on. Is it soldered on yourself? Soldered on yourself. I know nothing about that. I think my first purchase, like my first actual gaming system that I purchased was a PS2. And yeah, I didn't get into the whole like modding thing for anything. I do like the story for Tales of the Shire though. I actually don't know a whole lot about the story. I do want to play it. I think that it's just one of those games where I'm going to wait for a sale because I feel like maybe, I don't know if I want to pay $40 for a game that I probably won't play beyond just like a first playthrough. I know it's a cozy game, so it's like replayable in the sense that you should be able to keep going. Like keep playing it because it's a cozy game. Uh-oh. What's happening? There we go. I'm like, why is my screen black? I got nothing. That was like the longest go into the map ever of all time. Angelina doesn't age at all. It's funny how some don't. Who's the other actor I saw the other day and I'm like, I was like, is this a current picture? Dude, who was it? Oh, I can't remember who it was now, but it was, I think it was a male actor, which I feel like happens more than to females. Just because females have to deal with hormonal stuff that makes aging worse. Whereas men don't necessarily have to deal with that. Dude, I can't remember who it was. Then I saw a video clip for like a guy I follow on YouTube, on Instagram. And he was watching a clip of a guy who was like, it's very important what you eat every day, like to stay 60, or like I'm 60 and I have to be careful. And the guy I was watching was like, you're 60 because you drink the blood of the youth or whatever. He did not look 60 at all. And he looked 30. it was crazy. I was like, what the hell are you eating? You're like sacrificing, you know, people to stay. Brad Pitt doesn't age. Dude, I can't remember who it was now. It was not Brad Pitt that I saw. Why are the Shire Hobbit horses so big when hobbits are so small? The Shire. Men have middle-age crisis. Men do typically go through a middle-age crisis. Women go through it too, but in different ways. That was unfortunate. I'm very sorry. Hey, Ducky. How are you today? Good morning. So women tend to go through it when it comes to like dreams and like bad dreams, bad sleep, existential like crisis. I definitely went through it. I feel like I definitely have experienced this. I had a long run. I finally, for the first time in like, I've had like a solid month of not having dreams where like just horrendous, like existential, like the world has ended. I've ceased to exist, or like I'm gonna live in this square of nothingness forever, for all time. Like I knock on wood. Damn it, please don't come back. But I feel like maybe that was a part of it. I was like, was just as part of like the realization that you and everybody you know are just getting older and like time is limited. I should stop talking about it because I'm going to trigger it again. They're the worst nightmares of all time, and I hate them. And it's not like I think about that during the day, or like I worry about it during the day, or like I have anxiety about it. It's just at night. It's just at night with the dreams. And I feel like that's the women's version of a midlife crisis. There's a woman in my country who's 111 years old. She looks good for her age, and she is still fairly independent. That's awesome. See, I wouldn't mind living past 100 if I was like healthy and still independent and able to do things. And I think some of it is lifestyle. So some of it is like lifestyle. What are you eating? How are you moving? And some of it's luck. Some of it's genetics. Some of it's whether or not you get an illness that's, you know, debilitating versus not. And some of that you just can't control. So it's a two-parter. In 1 second, just responding to a text. Whoops. Why? Okay, phone's been a little weird. Brad Pitt eats in every movie. Tom Cruise runs in every movie. Sam Rockwell dances in every movie. Ageism is bad. It's a youth culture. I mean, I don't think you should be... There should be no shame against everybody ages. And there should be no discrimination or shame because you're aging, or even how you look. You should... it's why I hate... honestly, I hate Hollywood, because women feel this pressure to get surgeries and like injections to look younger when they're beautiful as they're aging. Like, you're not going to look like you looked when you were 20, and that's okay. And you should embrace that and be proud of like how far you've come, like how much you've lived. Yeah, I hate the idea that you have to alter your appearance or because you're getting older, because of a standard that somebody says you have to do it. And I'm not saying men don't experience this, but women do experience to a much higher degree. It's why when you see men with gray hair, it's considered hot and like distinguished and like mature, and you see a woman with gray hair and you're like, oh, she should dye that. She should dye that hair. It's hideous. She's aging. Women can wear makeup. It's kind of cheating. Why is it cheating? Most women who wear makeup, they don't give a shit what you think about it. They wear it because it makes them feel good. Like, some women feel pressure to wear makeup for sure. And they do it. But like, who gives a shit? If it makes them, like, I don't wear makeup because I don't want to go through the trouble and spend the money on it. But more power to the women that get up and put makeup on in the morning if it makes them feel better. Besides which, unfortunately, we do live in a world that treats you differently based off how you look. And that's just how it is. And for a professional woman who's going out, like if she wants to look a certain way, then... Ooh, sidearm kills challenge. I'm definitely not going in to do my PvP though, forget that. Men look stupid with dyed hair? Why do men look stupid with dyed hair? You mean like weird color dye hair or like normal? Because I think normal dye color is fine. But I will say, like, when it comes to like turquoise and like crazy colors, yeah, that's more of a looks better on longer hair, I feel like. You could do it as a man, just don't give a shit what anybody thinks about you. No, don't jump down. Shit. There we go. It's because men age like wine and women age like milk. Do you hate women? I mean, for one thing, again, men only have to deal with testosterone. Women have to deal with 3 major hormones that change on a week-to-week basis. Men have to deal with testosterone that just ebbs and flows on a daily basis, on a 24-hour cycle. Women typically have more stressors in their life if they have kids, or they're responsible for childcare, the expectation on women. There's a lot that goes into that, why women and men age in different ways. There's no shame for a woman who ages, who doesn't look like she looked like when she was 20. And I feel like people who think women who are older look terrible and like whatever, like they just don't really like women, is how I feel about it. Not sympathetic to what women go through. Alright, we got that one. Alright, we've cleared this area. Alright, I'm gonna go grab the arrowhead up at Wapiti. Let's see. I feel like people have gotten crazy with men's hairlines. People online is constantly telling other guys unless their hairline is perfect. Yeah, like that's so dumb. Like if you're, first of all, if you're, just shave your head. Like, I feel like men are harder on other men. Like women don't care about that stuff as much. Some women do. This is not everybody. This is not a blanket statement. Some women care about the image and they're terrible people and you just shouldn't be around them. Because if you're with somebody and they care about your hairline, like they are not, they're the one that are going to drop you or leave you or cheat on you anyway, because they don't actually care about you. They care about appearances. So just don't date them. Don't marry them. You know? I already have gray hair. I don't think I look distinguished, just old. Aw, Ghost. I have a lot of gray hair, dude. I have so much gray hair. I put it up in a ponytail the other day and I was like, what the fuck happened? Like I started graying early, in my opinion, like early, or like what would seemingly be early. But I feel like in the last like, I don't know, 2 to 3 months maybe, like it has gotten out of control. And I feel like a lot of that is stress. Honestly, I've been going through some very stressful situations. And I feel like that's a real thing because I was like, what happened? I just like, my gray hair just exploded. And you know what? I don't give a shit right now. I'm not going to dye it. I'm getting older. Like, you know. Comparing men and women is just stupid. We complete each other. Exactly. We complement each other. And everybody's going to age differently. And again, some of that is going to be genetics. Some of that is going to be what's happened to you in your life. Your lifestyle, you know, what you eat, how much you move. And some of it's going to be completely out of your control. And that is okay because what you look like on the outside, honestly, is the least interesting thing about you. How are you as a person? What do you do for this world? How do you treat other people? Are you kind? You know, those are the things that are important. My hairline is fairly high. Hairline is fairly high, but it's not moved in like 10 years. There are guys under 30 getting their hairlines fixed. Yeah. Both my brothers, like, started balding early, so they just shaved their heads. Luckily, we can't see ourselves most of the time. It's true. Only other people have to see us. I always say, look, dude, I do not give a shit what people think of me, honestly, outside here. No, that's not true. Like, I do care about, like, I do worry, like, it's weird because when I go out, I don't care what you think of me. If I'm out in sweatpants, I don't care if you think I shouldn't be out in sweatpants or, oh, it's in a tree. Whatever. Like, that kind of stuff I don't care about. I won't say I don't care about anything or, like, the way I look or, like, in certain circumstances. But, like, when I'm going out to the store, honestly, don't care. I don't wear makeup. I might wear jeans, yes. But I might go out in sweatpants and a hoodie. Just because I don't care what you think of me outside of here. You are not, like, the random stranger that looks at me and judges me for how I look at that particular moment. I don't care about you, you know? And we're always going to be judged by somebody. There's always going to be somebody out there that thinks we look terrible. Those people aren't important. Came to watch you play Red Dead, not listen to press people talk about looks and aging. But bye, Jay. You don't have to be here. We talk about a lot of stuff. We don't just sit here and talk about Red Dead the whole time because everybody plays. So, see ya. Appreciate you stopping in. I'm not depressed. Anybody here depressed about aging? I'm just talking about reality. I'm not depressed. I care less about how old I am. Society is so judgmental. I'm over it. Society is very judgmental. It's true. Oh shit. Oh, I went down to Calumet. I didn't. Oh, did I? Oh no, I did get those earrings. Okay. Or Couture, not Calumet. CRT. Here we go. He definitely got triggered. It's okay. I'm not for everybody. It's fine. That's just like, so some people, when they stream, they get offended when somebody comes and says that. I'm like, man, there's like, there's plenty of people I don't like to watch stream.
Thank you for what you've done.
And I'm definitely not everybody's cup of tea, and that is okay. Hey, how come I put my thing away? Rude. We all get older. Why be ashamed of it? Exactly. We all get older. And the youngins that like would give you shit for being old, like they'll get old soon enough, and they'll be there one day. We all did it. I'm not saying I didn't. I don't remember doing that, but some people do it when they're young, where they like look down on people who are older because they're older. Ah, shit, I'm full of that one. And then they get older and they're like, oh, here I am. Here I am. Shit. Let me scroll back down. My chat's all messed up. My depression has gone down since being on hormones. Haha, it's funny. My no, I don't know that I did not do well when I was messing with my hormones artificially. Let's just put it that way. I'm doing so much better now that I'm not on that. Having a chat with varied content is good. I mean, yeah. I mean, we could sit here and talk about Red Dead, but like you guys all play, right? So I'm happy to answer questions, and like we can talk about the game. And sometimes we have new players that come in that like genuinely want to know stuff about the game, and I'm happy to talk about that. But like most of you guys play, so like at some point, like that would get boring if we were just talking about that the whole time. Do I want to try to go back up over to these? Yeah, we'll do that. Dude, this is like, I still feel like I know we had a daytime cycle, right? I played through a daytime cycle. Why do I always blink and miss it? I don't appreciate the daytime cycle when I have the daytime cycle. Jim Carrey once said depression is just deep rest. Dude, I mean, I can suffer off and on over my life with some very mild depression. So I don't want to take away anything from somebody who like has actual like major depression that has to have therapy for it and like medication, because you know that's a real thing that you have to deal with, and mine I would say is very mild. It's very unusual for it to affect my ability to still live. But dude, the beginning of this month, I had like a 2-3 week period where I slept a lot, and I know it was like mild like depression over some stuff that's going on in my real life. With just like sort of accepting that things are going to be a little different than what I, you know, sort of envisioned. And so I know that's all it was, but I slept a lot. Like I was sleeping a ton. It was crazy how much I was sleeping. Skittle, thank you so much for the $5 dono. No worries at all. I'm not worried about it. I do appreciate the donation. Oh, look, I could heart this one. I do appreciate the donation. It's very kind of you guys. I'm not worried about it at all. We always have people come in like that. It's okay. Not a problem at all. I've been streaming long enough now that I've dealt with a lot of different people coming in, and it's no worries. If they're not cool with what's being talked about, they'll go find somebody else to play with. It's cool. Like I said, I'm well aware that I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And that's okay. Neither is anybody. You're not ever gonna like jive with everybody in the world, and that is okay. I think one of the things that can be... Where's the ladder? Clearly I haven't been in here forever. I think one of the things that is a little bit of a tragedy is when people who are a people pleaser. I'm a people pleaser. Like I'm a recovering people pleaser. And it's, you want everybody to like you, so you try to like change yourself or mold yourself. Oh, that was the ring. Okay, where's the card? The card must be in the house. To try to make them like you, but at the end of the day, you just should realize that not everybody is going to like you, and that's okay. There's a lot of people in this world. So you just find the people. I hear it. I hear the card. On the chair in front of the fireplace. Oh, there it is. Okay. You find your people. You stop trying to waste your time on the people who don't like you, and that's okay. And there's billions of people in the world, so you just find your people. And it's cool. Ducky, thank you so much for being a member for 56 months. Still my favorite. Love you like a sister. Right back at ya. All right, we're gonna get some fossils over here. I just watched, is that Markiplier? Markiplier's movie. It was confusing. How did he get 30 million subs? I don't know. I don't know who that is. Oops, apparently I'm not one of the subs. My bad. I feel like I've heard the name recently, so I guess that makes sense if there's a movie out, so maybe that's what I heard. But I actually don't know who I am. He's been on the platform for 14 years. What is, does he stream, like, real life stuff or, like, games and stuff? Yeah, Ducky, it's Babadoo. Babadoo's in. I think it's just in what you like. I think the reason why people like Ninja, I think you mentioned PewDiePie, Courage, like some of these streamers that get big, they have very big personalities, and people like respond to that. Like they've got these very big, very outgoing personalities, and I think that's cool. I don't think I have enough energy for that. I'm a low energy, like I'm a cozy streamer, you know, like a cozy game streamer. This isn't really a cozy game, but like that's my personality, is like I can get worked up for sure. But I have more of a like a calmer maybe personality when I'm streaming. Oh, Iron Lung. Okay, I have heard of that. I probably won't watch it, to be honest. Oh, he streamed story mode Red Dead 2 before. That's cool. Nice. I think the first person I ever saw stream anything, because I didn't, before Red Dead 2, I didn't watch streamers. I didn't really, it just wasn't a thing in my life. Oh yeah, that's right. I did read about that the other day. Okay, they were talking about how creators, creators don't necessarily need the permission or like the big budget to like create fantastic things. Yes, okay. The guy trapped in the submarine in a blood ocean. Yes, I got it. You don't drink Red Bull every day either. I don't, dude. I would have heart palpitations so bad. Like these guys on stream that do like drink all those drinks, I'm like, I would literally die. Literally. I'm very caffeine sensitive, and so I would get heart palpitations and feel like shit and die. Yeah. I didn't like him until he started Red Dead 2. I'll have to check it out now then, maybe. Just to see. But I actually do know that, Iron Lung. I did see that. I did read this whole article the other day on that. I think part of it, Madowix, too, is just we live in such an online age that everybody is so connected on, like online. Like, if I'm out, I'm on my phone. If I'm home, I'm on my computer. Like, we're so, like, not as present. And I think that can really hurt, like, our ability to connect with people in real life. Because let's be real. I go to work. My coworkers are there, so I have that kind of human interaction, but I it's not like I go out to places. My interaction is with you guys. It's the people I talk to online a lot of times. So it is hard to meet and make friends and make connections. That's why when I started playing online, so 2019 is when I started playing online. 2018 is when I started Red Dead 2, and then I started playing online January 2019. I probably didn't hop in with a group until the end of 2019. I started watching streamers, and then I hopped in and started playing. When I'm friends with somebody online and I make a connection, and to me, I feel like that's a real friendship, like as if we knew each other in real life. And not everybody views it like that. So I've had people that, and I guess it happens in real life too, where like somebody will ghost you, or like a friend just stop talking to you. But I feel like it's easier to do online because you don't have to see that person in the face. You know, you're not going to run into them at the store. And so I think people treat online friendships a little differently. It's always devastating to me when I lose a friend, even if they were an online friend. Again, if you become one of my people and I care about you and I check in on you and I see how you're doing, and we talk about stuff that's outside of gaming, and I know what you're going through in life, and I'm checking in to make sure you're okay if I don't hear from you in a while. Like, I consider that a real friendship, and unfortunately, there are people out there that don't agree. And so the first time something happens, there's no working on the friendship. It's just like, oh, I'm just going to kick you out of the group. Like, I just don't want to be around you anymore. And I think that's pretty shitty, actually. I hate these ones over here. I think it's up here, and I'm not going to be able to get up here, I feel like. No. Okay, maybe it's down. Maybe it's down here. Ooh, it is down here. Okay, cool. A lot of people on Red Dead scare me. I definitely don't meet people on here organically anymore for the most part. Like, if I meet somebody and start playing with them, it's through the stream. I don't play with my mic on anymore and just chat with people in the game because, yeah, there's a lot of crazy out there. There's a lot of crazy. There's also a lot of really great people that play Red Dead, but I feel like they're not on their mic as much either, so it's harder to find them. Ooh, Poppy Playtime. Yeah, that's a skip for me. That thing's terrifying. People are more lonely than ever. We have the best communication technology. Yeah, again, I think it's that whole thing of where we're just not connecting. I think I think the best way, if you're lonely, honestly, I think one of the best things you can do is put your phone down and go volunteer somewhere. Go volunteer your time for something that you're passionate about. So if that's animals, maybe it's an animal shelter. You know, if that's people, maybe it's like a Meals on Wheels, or, you know, something that helps the homeless. Or I think when you put your cell phone down and you go out and you volunteer in something you're passionate about, you meet real people, you can talk to real people, and you start to form connections. And I know personally, when I'm going through a hard time and I'm anxious or depressed, like, helping others helps me to get out of my head a little bit and realize that there's real life, real world stuff going on. So that's just, I think that would be helpful for people rather than stay online and scrolling and seeing everybody's highlights, life highlights. I feel like isolates you more. My experience has been most Red Dead fans are older folks. I do run into, it's definitely an older crowd, the GTA, that's for sure. There are a lot of young people that play too. Like, I've run into a lot of kids on Red Dead, but I definitely say it would skew more toward the older crowd. I have had, it's funny too though, because like some of the best people I know that I've played with have been young. Like one of the first people to hop on my chat, I think he was 15 at the time. I didn't know he was 15, but he was young, and I found out later he was 15. And I've had people like in their 50s and 60s that have been super creepy, and like I've had to block because uber stalkery creepy shit. And like I'm like, you're an adult, like why are you like this? I have a heart for the homeless. If I were disabled, I would volunteer to help out for that. Yeah. I definitely have not done really any volunteering since I've been down here. And it's because I'm out of my... I know it's been a couple years and I should be over it. But like up where I used to live, like that's where I lived my whole life. So I kind of knew where I could go, who I could connect with. I had resources to like volunteer, you know... And down here, I haven't really done that. And it is a problem, and I do need to fix it at some point. But honestly, it is harder right now just because school and everything, my time is more limited. So I do hope to get back into that at some point. Why does this not look right? Go here. I struggle to keep friends due to my autism and the fact that I'm mega introverted. Usually I forget to check in on you or go for ages without speaking to people. So I always assure people who I become friends with that they can message me and I'll probably respond even if I don't take the first step of checking on them myself. Yeah, I can get like that too, especially being incredibly introverted. It's not that I don't want to necessarily check in. Sometimes depending on what somebody else is going through, I might not feel comfortable like checking because I might be, oh, I don't want to like bother them. And then sometimes I legitimately just forget. Like, it's not that I don't care. It's just that yeah. It's easier for me online with like Discord and stuff versus a text message, honestly. Text messages I do tend to miss sometimes. That's why I usually like to play Red Dead with my boyfriend. If we convince my brother when he has time, then we're triple the trouble. I love it. I met some good people on YouTube. Same. Same. I wish Red Dead Online and Red Dead 2 works better, keeps disconnecting. Batowix, what platform do you play on? Have you tried some of the tricks, depending on what platform you're on? I used to have that issue when it first came out. I did have to fool with some settings early on. Like, I can't tell you what settings, but like I'm on console, and so I had to play around with like DNS settings and stuff to help with it. I'm more open when I meet people IRL. It's more natural. Yes, I do prefer. So when it comes to my job, I much prefer in-person meetings than Zoom meetings. I will say that. I'm from Florida and now I'm in the DMV. We did switch places. How's that weather up there for you right now? Hey, it's been cold down here, dude. It was 27 when I woke up the other morning to go to work, and I was like, this is bullshit. I left this. Ghost, thank you so much for becoming a member of the Pew Pew crew. Appreciate the support. Yeah, I had to remote start my car. There was ice all over the windshield. And I was like, I live in Florida. Why? I got a friend who takes donations and gives out meals and clothing and blankets out to the Mer area. I wish I could go out with him and help besides just donating. You have such a heart for that, Ducky. I know you wish you could do that. The cool thing is you get to donate, which does contribute. And I know every little bit helps in those kind of situations. My job is, oh, my chat just scrolled. Is an intern at a food bank, so I feel better about contributing to the community. I always feel better when I'm doing something like that. I do. School is the best time to make friends and form romantic relationships. It is a good time, but you know what? Honestly, I don't talk to anybody from school. And anybody I knew in school, I don't talk to anymore. Oh, we're going into daytime cycle. Okay, girl, appreciate the daytime cycle. Are we going? We're not leaving daytime cycle, right? We're going into daytime cycle. Yeah, 6:07 a.m. Okay, we're gonna appreciate the hell out of this daytime cycle. It is a good opportunity to meet people, but honestly, you change so much after school. It's okay if you lose those friendships and you make more adult friendships. It is harder as an adult, though. Do you remember Marcus? My Marcus's gamer tag was Espada. I don't remember. I'll need a little bit more help to jog my memory there. It's terrible. I don't want frostbite. It's hot in New Zealand. I was motorcycling through the forest yesterday. That sounds amazing. Replace motorcycling with horse, though, because I think I'd be terrified on a motorcycle. I think it's crazy. I am not a daredevil at all. Like, I don't want to jump out of a plane. I hate flying. I don't like motorcycles. I like horses. Horses can be dangerous. I like horses. And my boyfriend is the complete opposite. He's now learning to be a pilot. He wants to be a pilot for the rest of his life, for his job. He wants to fly ever. He's flying all the time and he loves it. And he's like, it's so amazing up here. And I was like, I don't understand that at all. It's scary up there. You're in a little tiny plane. He used to ride motorcycles. Like, he's like, oh, I'm 100% jumping out of a plane one day. I was like, oh my God, you're going to give me a heart attack. Like a literal heart attack. I was like, can you just be a little bit less of a daredevil? Like less of a thrill seeker? He's like, if I die, I die. I was like, well, please don't do that. I happily left everyone I knew from school. I've not seen anyone from my school years. Yeah. I found lifelong friendships playing Red Dead. Same. And even though we don't always play Red Dead, like, I feel like... Now, sometimes people will go. Sometimes people come and go, and you'll lose people, and that happens. And it's always sad. But I've met some really good people. Oh, I'm sure the pilot lessons are ridiculously expensive. I'm 100% sure. He's flying like twice a week. I don't even want to know what he's spending on that. A crazy amount would be my guess. I love the career as a pilot, but I can't math for shit. I mean, yeah, it's a good career, and if you like flying, like, that's good. And he loves traveling, and I'm like, I hate traveling. And so I think part of what I went through early this... because he just started it at the beginning of this year. I think part of what I went through at the beginning of the year was just like... Oh, I did get it. I did pick it up. Was just the realization that, yeah, like, our future life together is going to look a bit different. Because he's going to be flying all the time. I don't know what that looks like on a monthly basis, like as a pilot, how often you fly, but I know he'll be away a bunch, which is kind of sad. My cousin is trying to be a pilot. I'm so proud of her. That's cool. The earlier you start, the better, but it's never too late. He played Red Dead with us once or twice. I think he was one of my longest friends I played online with. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that he passed away, Ducky. That sucks. Yeah, I would probably like it. Yeah, I just don't remember the name. That's really sad, though. I'm really sorry. I just realized you have my favorite horse, the Norfolk Roadster. I do love this one. I think it goes well with this outfit. That's why I've been using them all day. Does he want to be a commercial pilot? Yes. So I think his ultimate goal is to be a commercial pilot. I don't know if I got one or not. Let's go to an area that has less snow. I need to do another bounty as well. I'm gonna go to Manzanita, actually. We're gonna collect around there for a minute. Growing up, I wanted to be a pilot. I have a ton of hours on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Nice. There are required breaks, yes. I forget how long they can fly and then they have to be off. So I think they fly and then they have off for a while and then they fly and they have off for a while. So obviously we'll make it work. And it's fine. It's just like, look, we don't live together yet. So I'm still in a point of like, I want to spend more time with you. I'm sure once we're, you know, in each other's faces all the time, I'll be like, okay, honey, you go fly and go away for a week and I'll stream and do my thing and go for walks. You know, we'll get to the point where we're okay being away from each other, but I'm just not at that point at the moment. Like, we're not married, we're not living together, so I'm still in the, hey, I don't see you anywhere near as much as I would like to. You will get free flights everywhere. I wish I liked flying. I mean, obviously I'll do it. Yeah, like I'll totally, yes. Depending on how that works out, I will fly with him places. But I'll be terrified every time. Not terrified. I've flown enough now, but I still don't like it. I know statistically it is a way safer form of travel. I do know that, yes. I'm aware. But like when you're up in the sky, like I don't have any control of what's happening up there. You can travel the world together, though. It's true. It's true. And there are places I would like to see, but I'm still more of a, I want to cuddle up at home on the couch with our puppy, you know, and watch a movie or go for a walk on a trail nearby, you know, with our puppy. Not fly to Japan and even though that would be cool. It's just differences. We're just a little different, but that's okay. That's the worst part about online friendship thing. We have a next to no chance of knowing when someone we love passes. It's true because a lot of, unless you get to the point of friendship where you know them, like personal details about them, like first and last name, like where they live, or if you have somebody that can like contact when that happens, it is hard because sometimes somebody stops responding and you don't know if they're okay. There are people legitimately that I used to talk to all the time that just one day disappeared. And I was like, I don't know what happened to them. Like, hopefully they're living their life and they're fine. And they just one day woke up and decided they didn't want to play anymore. And they're out there, you know, having a good life. But you never know. And that's really hard. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you want to go? Where's your, like, bucket list vacation? Like, I want to go and explore this. I think for me, it would be, like... That's a tough one. I do love Japanese culture. Like, I think that'd be really cool. But I think it would be probably New Zealand. Tahiti? Yes. I think Ireland would be really beautiful too to go to. I feel like pictures I've seen. I like places that have some really good like nature. My mic kind of covers where the dig thing is, so I pass over it. I don't see it all the time. I want to go to America again and Mexico, Greece. You can travel the world on YouTube. Watching 4K travel videos is like being there. It is really cool. You can definitely experience a lot of stuff, but I think it's a little bit different from like being there and experience it in like real time, real life. But you can definitely see a lot. I also love the black chestnut thoroughbred. It looks purple in certain lighting. It does look purple. That's why I don't like it. I'm an island boy, so maybe Southeast Asia. That'd be cool. Hey, look! Somebody's doing the mission down here. One of the concerns about traveling just as a female is just traveling as a female. But obviously, if you're traveling with somebody, that's safer, or even better, group of people. But it's always a little bit concerning. I mean, obviously, stuff happens to guys too, but just a little bit more concerning as a female traveling. Yeah, I'd love to go see like the Shire stuff would be cool. Ooh, Nashville. I've been to Nashville. It's pretty cool. As far as like there's still plenty of places in the States I'd like to go. I've been to Colorado. Where I went was beautiful. I really enjoyed that. I've been to upstate New York, which I really enjoyed. We just missed out on like the good fall colors though. We went a little bit late. We went up to Niagara on the Canadian side, which was really cool. I'm I'm trying to think. I think Colorado is my favorite work trip that we went up early and we did stuff there. That was really nice. I liked that. But yeah, there's still a lot of places in the States I would go. Probably Italy, nice. I'd love to see Hawaii. Ooh, Hawaii would be a good one. I would like to go to Hawaii one day. That'd be nice. I think my entire family has been to Hawaii at this point except me. I think I'm pretty sure I'm the only one. Matt. I don't know if Matt's been to Hawaii. Maybe.
Good morning, ma'am.
Oops, no, I don't know why I jumped back over that. Where is...
Hey,
Excuse me. Okay, I thought you sat on it. You sat on this...
stay away from me.
You sat on this hairbrush. You monster.
What is this?
I dream to visit the USA one day. We got a lot of cool stuff here. I know a lot of people are like, oh, don't visit the United States right now. Just ignore them. I also saw somebody that was like just came back from visiting the States. That's from England. And he was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. You guys were embracing me. And like, this was the best trip ever. So don't let the news fool you. It's not completely on fire over here. You'll be fine. Just certain areas. I went to the Hobbit set a few years ago in New Zealand. It's about 2 hours from me. That is really cool. I'm super jealous. Like, New Zealand is definitely would be on my bucket list. I know Japan would be on his, and I would totally visit Japan. But New Zealand would be mine. The biggest problem is how long the flight is. I don't want to know how long it is, but it's long. I do want to know how long. I don't know how long it is, but it's long. I want to say it's like more than 15 hours for sure. I'm pretty sure. Berlin is pretty awesome. Copenhagen, too. Does anyone miss family vacation photo albums? I used to be able to... I'm not sure who has those. My dad might have them now. Like, I miss looking at pictures from when we were young. I feel like my dad probably has those somewhere. I've only been to the US once. It was 25 years ago. Went to Buffalo to visit family. Nice. I think I've never been... The only country I've been out... Like, the only place I visited that's, like, out of the United States is Canada. I've never been to...
How are you?
I've never been anywhere else. So I haven't been to Europe. I haven't been to Asia. I have not... Yeah. I've not been down south, South America, Africa. Like, I've never been anywhere. But Africa would be cool. Like, safari type Africa, I think would be cool. Hey, David, how's it going? You got your power back, but no internet. Oh, you've been out for a while now. That sucks. You know, you're old when it's the family slideshow. I don't know that we ever had a slideshow, but definitely pictures. Like, Polaroid, like, developed film pictures. I'm making a photo album of my kiddo's childhood. See, that's so cool. Like, I feel like when you just do stuff online, it's not as special. I've been to Cambodia, Vietnam, etc. I want to go to... I'm going to butcher that. Is it Corfu? I feel like that's not right. In my brain, I'm trying to... Because I've heard it said before, and I feel like that is not the correct way to say that. So I can have it in my adult memories and do things my child self would not do. I don't live that far from Disney now, and I totally need to go. And I need to go to Harry Potter World before they get rid of it. I can't believe, like, I haven't gone yet. That's got to be a this year thing, I swear. I know Gypsy would totally go with me, but so would my coworkers. And I feel like they would maybe, like, he wouldn't want to go as much, but they would. Maybe I can con them into going this year. I'd be like, girls, we need to take a day. We need to take a day and go to Harry Potter World. I need to geek out. Good morning, Denethese. How's it going? Be careful if you visit the UK someday. Oh, no. Have you taken a Greyhound bus around America? I have done very little in the way. I would love to do like a train tour around America. I feel like I would maybe go crazy being in a train, not being able to move around. But like, I feel like that would be really cool. Like to go see some of the cool places and take a train around like that. That's more my speed than flying. Going well, grinding your blood money opportunities. Nice. My dream vacation would surely be Disney World. That must be so expensive. It is so expensive. Dude, it is so expensive to go to the parks. It is crazy. You really do need to find like deals, packages to like lower the price. But like if you have a family, like and kids, dude, I can't even imagine how much you're spending to go to Disney. Like it would be probably a couple hundred just for us to go to one park for the day. Between the passes to get in, parking, food, like it's insane. If you ever do the visit the UK, it'd be awesome to meet up with you. Man, I have people that I'm like, man, if I ever travel there, I was like, it'd be cool to like meet people that I've known and played with. I think that would be so awesome. Except I'm a little bit of a nervous Nelly, so like I might not be super chatty because I'd be nervous. Oh no, that's why. It's a diggable, not a card. My bad. Growing up less fortunate, Six Flags was our Disney. Yeah, I used to go to before Six Flags, before it was Six Flags, or before the one we went to was Six Flags. It was, I want to say Wet and Wild, and then it was Adventure Park, and then it was the Six Flags. But when I was younger, I used to go and stay with, I called her Auntie Anna. She wasn't blood related, so she wasn't really my aunt, but we called her Auntie Anna. And she used to get summer passes, and so she used to take us multiple times over the summer. And so we used to do that all the time. I did go to Disney when I was in the 5th grade. 5th grade? Or 6th grade. I want to say 5th grade. It's definitely elementary school, I believe. So we went, and that was amazing because we went in May, and like it was great weather, and the lines weren't super long. I do remember that. And then we went again when I graduated from high school, and we went in June, and that was probably a mistake. That's the only time I've been those 2 times. I haven't been as like in a like adult, like paying for myself adult. I'd rather take my son to Disneyland in LA, plus I sort of know LA having been homeless there. I think so Diana, who hangs out, I believe was just in Disneyland if I'm not mistaken, but she also lives in California. I'm 39. It's still too poor for Disneyland. Most of us are too poor for Disneyland. It's so expensive. In Europe, you can buy an Interrail pass and travel freely all over Europe by train as long as your passport prints it. That's cool, but we have free travel in all of EU plus a few other places. That's really neat. I think the trains are not too expensive over here when you're going on long trips. Certainly cheaper than flying, I feel like. Me too. I get very nervous around people I don't know very well. So yeah, we'll just all be sitting there super nervous and not speaking to each other. Sounds about right. I lucked out, and when I met Gypsy, like actually it was very natural. Like I wasn't nervous at all when I met him for the most part. But he's also can carry the conversation a little bit because he's pretty outgoing. As a kid and teen, my biggest dream was to move to the U.S. Not so much as I got older. Not only because of my current stuff. My uncle lived in the U.S. for 10 years. It's funny because I was listening to one of the faculty that I work with, and we got to hear kind of her story. And she grew up in France. France? Yes. And she was working in a lab there and had no plans to come to the U.S. or anything. But then like an opportunity opened up for her to come here while this guy from this one lab didn't hire where she lived because she was a woman. So she decided to come for a year to come to America. And she met her husband like day 1, and she's like, well, that was that. I never went back. It's like, so yeah, you never know where life will take you sometimes. I was able to complete all the challenges to get every piece of the No Salida outfit all on day 1. Nice! I know some of those were a little bit tricky depending on what time you can play. Like playing some of the events and stuff. So that's pretty cool. The No Salida outfit's not bad. The individual pieces are all really good too. I don't necessarily wear the whole outfit together. But it's got a lot of good individual pieces. Dubai would be interesting. Dubai would be interesting. Dude, no quarter? Come on. I need a quarter. In Europe, you can go pretty much everywhere, but in America, it's much more limited. Yeah, I mean, and in America, too, like, it's so large. Like, it would take forever to travel across it. It takes days to get across it. And that's without stopping, like, and exploring anything. Hey, Turtle, how's it going? That's an adorable way to meet your spouse. Dude, I mean, look, I'd still be single if it wasn't for this game. Because I don't, like, connect really well. I do connect well with people, but, like, in real life, I don't go out. I don't connect with guys very well. Because I'm so introverted, and it's hard for me to, like, open up at first. Like, I need some time to, like, get to know you. And I think this game was kind of the perfect way to, like, become friends with somebody and get to know them and, like, have natural chemistry, but, like, have a while before we met. And then we didn't even date right away. Like, we met, we were still friends. We were like, yeah, we're pretty different people. We're just gonna stay friends. And then I ended up moving down here, and a year later or so. Yep, and we started. It's been 2 years now. We just came up on our two-year anniversary. So yeah, that's pretty much the only way. Because I need to get to know somebody a little bit. Like I don't like blind dates. I don't like online dating. Or like meeting somebody that you don't know. I just hate that. I'm just not. It's just not my personality because I need some time to like open up. You sound like my friend. It is. Who knew? I did not start playing this game online to meet somebody. That is for sure. You guys are meeting people. Look, you got to be safe about it too, okay? When I first started hanging out with him online, it was a long time before. First, we just shared Instagrams. Because I was like, I'm not giving you my phone number. Like, you could be a serial killer. So you got to be safe about it, you know? I, like, once I knew his name and, like, before we started talking via cell phone, like, I looked him up. I did a little research. I was like, I got to make sure you're not wanted in, like, 4 states, you know? And by the time I met him, it was like 9 months in. Like, we'd known each other for almost a full year, and I felt safe meeting him. So. All right, where are we going next? I'm just aimlessly riding around. Go up here. I do still need to do a bounty, though. Played on my second account. First 2 coins I collected were the coins I needed for a set. Can you send some of that luck my way? I need a quarter. I need a gold quarter. Oh no, Dubai. That sounds terrible. Red Dead Redemption 2 wedding. I mean, I used to play in Red Dead all the time. We got actually, I think the thumbnail I used today is us walking in Big Valley, walking our horses together. Yeah, we used to play Red Dead all the time. Now, we don't play Red Dead 2 really together anymore because he's just, he's the type of person, like, if there's nothing to do in the game, like, it's not exciting for him, so he just doesn't really play anymore. I'm kind of the opposite. Like, I don't mind if I'm doing the same things. Like, it doesn't bother me. So we play a lot of Fortnite together. Although Fortnite right now is pissing me off. Fortnite is... Dude, Epic is... I feel like it's tanking. Are you Canadian? Are you talking to me? I'm not Canadian. I'm American. Hey, Kratos, I missed you coming in. I'm sorry about that. Where was our first meeting? My hotel room. But not for that. It's just where he came to meet me, and then we went out. Like, we went out somewhere. I think we went out to get food or whatever, and then a lot of our we'd spent a lot of time gaming when I was down there. Honestly, I just went over to his house. I took over my PlayStation. He set up an extra TV, so we just hung out and gamed a bunch. We went out too. We went out some of the like trails nearby. We did some of that. So we did a few things, but we did do a bunch of gaming too. But yeah, I drove down. So I had just driven, like... We met as friends, Kratos. That's why I just wanted to say it, because I knew if I said we met in my hotel room, that would be the first person somebody would say. No. He met me there. I had just driven like 15, 16 hours. It was after work. He'd been working that day. So he went home and showered. And then he met me there. That's where we met. We hung out. We chatted a little bit. And then we went out to grab some food. And then I grabbed my stuff and we did some gaming and stuff that day. It was cold down there too. Like he lied to me. He's like, "Oh, it's gonna be so nice down here. It's been nice." It was freezing down there. It was so cold. Had to wear a hoodie and jeans the entire time, or sweatpants the entire time I was down there. I think I was able to wear a t-shirt on like the last day. Ben here lurking said hi. Go, no worries. Yeah, I missed it. I apologize. Yes, I did. I stopped for breaks, but pretty much. I don't remember the exact number of hours it took me, but it took me a long time to get down there. I've done it a few times now. So I drove there and back then. I drove obviously down when we moved, and then I've driven back up and down to visit family up there, and I've also flown back up there as well. Flying is definitely much quicker. Yeah, it's a crazy drive. It's like 850 miles or something like that, I want to say. And sometimes I have to stop and like... He told you it was warm because he was going to keep you warm. I think he was trying to entice me to come down because he knows I'm cold all the time. He's like, yeah, the weather's fantastic down here. And I was like, they had a little bit of a cold snap when I came down. And I was like, you lie. You lie. It is not warm down here. And when I say not warm, it was like in the 50s and like 60s, which is not warm for me. Oh yeah, we did go. We did. Wow, your @ name is wild. If I didn't know that was my mama, I would not. That was crazy. @ C_Val_storm. I would not have known. We did. We went to. It's like a little fishing town. I forgot. That's where we have our picture. Went to a little fishing town. So I could dip because I told him I really wanted to like smell the salt. Like I didn't want to go to the beach to like be at the beach, but I wanted to like smell the salt water and the air and dip my toes in the sand. Ah, another New York token. Daggone it, give me a quarter. I now have 6 New York tokens. That is crazy how many I've gotten. USA is so huge, 16-hour drive here in Europe will go through 5 different countries. I mean, to be fair, I went through not 5 different countries, but I did go through 1, 2, 3 or 4 states, if that helps. Ooh, people. Oh, yep, been there. Been there, done that.
Got nothing better?
Your horse jumps and then jumps you into something that's moving. But yeah, it does take an incredibly long time to drive places here. I've only done that drive once. Yeah, I don't necessarily recommend it. I think the last time I drove it was the worst. I legitimately had to like... I had to keep stopping. I would drive for like 20 minutes and I was so tired. I was worried I was going to fall asleep. Like I was struggling, like literally struggling to keep my eyes open. Like cat. And I know people who don't experience that when they drive, they don't know what it's like. But like when you're driving and I'm like yelling at myself to stay awake. It's crazy. I do have the Gene Roku map open. Yes. That's why I can just so easily go to these collectibles. I used to know a lot, like when I was doing full collector runs all the time, I used to know where they were, but now I'm a little bit, a bit rusty. Highly suspect. If I started here in Denmark and drove 16 hours, I'd be somewhere in Italy, which I would have driven. I've driven to with my family twice. I think that is cool. You can experience different cultures here in the U.S., obviously, if you go to different areas. But I would say if you're on the East, like if you stay on the East Coast, it's not going to be as much diversity as if you travel like to the West Coast, which would take much longer. Appreciate that, Den. No worries. I think I have 3 or 4 gold quarters. I'll have to look when I get back on Red Dead. Yeah, it's been my rarest one right now. Like, the game will not give it to me. It's crazy. By the way, I did not appreciate that daytime cycle, and we were already back in nighttime cycle again. After 8 hours drive, I need a stopover. I'm the type of person where, like, when I'm traveling somewhere, I just kind of want to get there. So, yes, I have to stop and, like, rest my eyes or, like, take a nap. I think the last time I drove, I actually just stopped and, like, sleep for, like, 45 minutes. And then I still had to stop, like, every time I hit, like, a Thankfully, the road that I drive, which you're on forever till the end of time, I want to say it's 95. It's like the longest road ever, and you just never leave it. And it's just like, you have 5 more hours on this road. And I'm like, oh. But the nice thing is they have, shit, what do they call them? Where you can stop and rest. The rest areas. I'm an idiot. They have them like every so many miles. So you can just like pull over. And yeah. Yes, I have to get there itis. It's true. I do not like stopping for the night. I just want to get there. Like, I just want to keep driving and get there. I do not want to stop. That's a waste of time to me. Like, if I'm going to visit family, I just want to get to my family so that I can start spending time with them. Or, like, get somewhere where I can sleep the night and then see them the next day. If I'm driving home, I just want to get home and sleep in my own bed. Like, that's just my thing. I don't like how Red Dead 2 came to an abrupt end and they took all your stuff after I got all that money and got horses using glitches. There's nothing to spend the money on. Are you talking about online or story? You super excited for tomorrow? Is it the Super Bowl? Ducky, are you going to make like, are you going to have like good food? Like Super Bowl food? I'm thinking about getting, even though I'm not going to probably watch or do anything with the Super Bowl, Gypsy will be watching it. But I'll be here. I was thinking about still getting some like stuff to make like an artichoke chip or something. And I'll still have some snacks. I'll have some snacks, but not actually watch the Super Bowl. I wouldn't care if I were watching the Super Bowl, but like talking about story mode, yeah. I think when chapter 6 ended, I was just in a state of like being stunned. I think the epilogue was nice to kind of the slow pace of the first part of the epilogue was nice to kind of give you a chance to recover, I guess. But it is kind of a bummer to like not have all the stuff you had. Making my cheese dip, nice. I think you need to sleep after 8 hours of driving. I mean, some people do, some people don't. I don't sleep well in general, so sometimes, although the last, knock on wood, the last like month and a half, I've been sleeping really well. And I haven't had the nightmares at all. And I'm like, oh my God, can we keep this trend up? Please let me keep this trend up. Like, I've been going to sleep early, like falling asleep, sleeping all night. It's been amazing. I feel like it's not going to last, though. I don't necessarily, after 8 hours, need to stop driving. And you do need to stop. So when you are driving, it is important that you stop frequently and get up and move around. So, like, sitting for that long is not good for you, especially if you're at risk for, like, DVTs and stuff. So you want to get up, make sure you walk around, stretch your legs, stretch your calves out. That is very important. If you're flying, getting up and walking down the aisle, getting up and moving around if you have a long flight, that's really important. But I don't think I necessarily need to stop and sleep after 8 hours. If I'm feeling good. If I'm feeling tired, I have to stop and take a nap, yes. It would be faster if you had no speed limit, like the autobahn, but drivers in America are not disciplined or educated enough for that. I don't know that it would necessarily be faster. Like, a lot of the roads I drive are 70, 75 miles an hour. Like, I'm not going much faster than that, honestly. And what slows you down most of the time would just be traffic. Like, there's cars on the road, so you can't drive faster. Because trust me, everybody speeds over here. So if the speed limit is 55... another ambush? What is happening? That's 2 in one day, and it's a daily. That is out of control. Excuse me, sir. Whoop. I need headshots, please. I haven't used pistols in so long, I'm not used to them. Driving tired is as dangerous as driving drunk? Yes. If you are really tired, it is. So, like, those times where I feel like I can't keep my eyes open, I have to stop and get some rest. Because I know that I'm a danger to myself and others, so I have to stop at rest stops and, like, close my eyes. After a 16-hour drive, wouldn't the next be ruined? You'd be so fatigued? Nope, because I usually start driving overnight. So I normally start driving at maybe like midnight, 1 a.m. And then I just make sure I stop. So it's not 16 hours driving necessarily. It's just that's how long it takes me with my stops. So I'll start driving at like midnight, 1 a.m. I'll get on the road. I'll stop as needed and take some rest, take some naps. I might sleep for 45 minutes at some point. And then I'll usually get there at like, 5, 6 the next day. So it's not like, I'm not like sitting in a car and driving for 16 hours, no. Even if there's no speed limit, your car must be capable to safely handle speed. Yes, that is true. And again, when you're driving like this on these highways, the speed a lot of times is 70. And people are doing 75, 80, like 90. I'm not going to be driving a whole lot faster than that. I don't care if there's a speed limit or not. Like, that's crazy. I'm pulling for the same team as Gypsy. Yes, he'll be happy about that. I know he's excited for his Patriots. Whoop. So yeah, I'm not like just sitting and driving for 16 hours. That would be crazy. I wouldn't be able to do that. I get too tired when driving, for sure. I have to stop. So I think one of the times I drove, I started at like 12 or 1 a.m. I actually didn't have to stop. I think the first time I had to stop was for like gas. I didn't have to pee or anything. It was crazy. I didn't stop until like morning. Like 6 in the morning maybe. So I got really far and I was fine. I wasn't tired at all, which is normal for me because I have trouble sleeping overnight sometimes. So like I'm awake, like wide awake. And so like I was totally fine. So I think I stopped, I got gas, and then like at the next rest area I stopped and got a little bit of like a nap. So I think it just depends. Sometimes I can do it more easily than others. It is much faster to fly. I do agree. I wish that I fly Allegiant a lot of times because it's super cheap. So it's very cheap to fly Allegiant. And the problem is the closest place that flies out for me is like 2.5 hours away, depending on traffic. So 2:15 to 2:30, depending on traffic. Which I hate. It's kind of a pain. Ooh. Okay, it must be a black bear because it's running away. Yeah. We don't want no grizzly bear. There is an airport that is literally 10 minutes for me, and I wish they flew out of there. I was like, can you please start flying out of here? Because if I could fly out of... If they would fly into the small airport near my mom, I'd be like, that would be so ideal. I could fly out of an airport 10 minutes for me. I wouldn't have to hardly prepare, like leave early. I wouldn't have to get there super early. That would be so amazing. But they don't. Now, I can fly out of that airport. I could not fly into the small... They don't fly into the small airport near my mom, so I'd have to fly into a larger airport. It's only an hour away, so that's not bad. But the price is like 2 to 3 times the price of Allegiant. It's insane to fly out of it, so... Flying is good, but then you have no car at the other end. It's true. So a lot of times when I go up to visit my mom and stuff, like I'm going up to visit my mom and stuff, you know? So I'm not driving around a lot. I have friends that don't even live in that area anymore, that if I could get a rental car and go see them, it would take me a couple hours to get to them, which would be obnoxious after having like, cause I'm up to see family. So, I'll borrow my mom's car sometimes if I have somewhere to go. I couldn't get a rental car last time. It was saying there were none available. I don't know if it's because of the holiday or because it was out of hours. The one negative thing about where I fly into is that it's a smaller airport, and I think the hours are just limited. So it's harder to get a rental car from there. If I were flying into the larger airport, I would get a rental car and I would drive it down. The problem is again, I'm spending time with my mom. I'm not really going anywhere. So to spend like $200 to $300 on a car rental that I'm not even using, it just seems like a waste of money to me. But if I were flying into the larger airport, I would, because it's like an hour away. So she usually comes get me at the smaller airport. It's only like 30 minutes away. But the other ones, I want to say probably over an hour away is the other airport. I haven't done that yet. I was looking at flights out of the smaller airport near me, and I did find some for like $450, and I was like, I would almost be willing to swing that. To not have to fly, but then you have to add in the cost of the car rental, and then they're already gone. The flights are already gone, and there's a stop. One thing I like about Allegiant is it's a it's a straight shot, like no stops. Non-stop between one airport and another. I hate getting on a plane to begin with, so I don't want to get on a plane, get off a plane, get back on another plane, get off a plane, all in the same day just to get to my first destination. I'd rather just go. If you hit anything at highway speed, it's not going to end well. Much of the time, the road is what's important to the German highway system. Dude, if you hit anything, yeah. When I drive and you're doing 70, 75, 80, 85 miles an hour, yeah, you hit something, you're probably toast. It's scary. Flying really is so much safer than driving. Where are we? Here? Here-ish? I gotta look and see if there's any more coins I can pick up. I know the first time I drove, once I was living down here and the first time I drove back up north, I left at such a time, I saw deer for the first time ever down here. I hadn't seen any deer, and of course they were on the side of the road as I was driving. Oh no. I was hoping it was gonna go away and live, but it did not. And I was like, deer, don't you jump out in front of my car. I was like, we aren't starting this vacation off with smashing into a deer on the side of the road, please. And so I thought that was only something I had to worry about when I was back up north. I do think it is really cool, all the little details that they put in this game that you don't even necessarily think about. I'm going to show you one as I grab this arrowhead real quick. Rude arrowhead. Like even these trees, yeah, like this that are like the bear has scratched. There's just cool little details that they put in. People in Germany actually pull out of the passing lane when not passing. Dude, that is such a problem here in America. Like, people stay in the passing lane, and I'm like, what are you doing? Do you not understand what the passing lane is for? And I think people legitimately don't understand that. Like, they do not understand left lane for passing. Get back over. Get your ass back over in the right-hand lane when you're not passing. Like, that's a thing. Also, dude, I got... That was dramatic. Look, he's rolling down the hill. What are you doing? That was like the loudest squeal of all time. And he's still rolling. Look at him. Look at him rolling. Hello. But he's alive, see? He hissed at me. What were the two things that happened the other day? And I was so irritated driving home from work. There's a difference between left or like right lane ending, merge over into the left-hand lane, and alternate merge, right? So like an alternate merge is like both lanes are ending and going into one lane. They're merging into one lane, the two of them, and you figure it out. So like you work together to get into that one lane. Right lane ending or left lane ending, either one, and merging over is not that. So you, if you're in the lane that is ending, have a responsibility to put your fucking turn signal on and merge in appropriately. It's not, oh, I'm just coming over and you get the fuck out of my way, which is what everybody thinks down here. It's like, no, that's not how that works. This is how accidents happen because you're being a douchebag. I was like, your lane is ending. You need to safely come over into my lane. I don't got to do shit because I'm in the lane that's not ending. And there's one that I have every day because it's on a left-hand turn, and there's two turn lanes, the left and the right-hand turn lane, and the right-hand turn lane ends right after you turn, basically. And people are stupid. And then the other one is people don't understand how roundabouts work. So I had somebody the other day that stops dead in the roundabout to let somebody in from the roundabout. I've also been honked at for not letting somebody in. You don't stop in the roundabout and let anybody in. When you're in the roundabout, you go. Everybody outside the roundabout they yield to you, and then everything runs very smoothly. But when you stop your ass in the middle of the roundabout to wave somebody in, you have just wasted everybody's time. And it drives me insane. And again, I have a roundabout I do every day to work and home from work. And I'm like, I hate y'all. Y'all are dumb. Figure it out. Figure out how the roundabouts work. No, I don't want to kill the wolves. No way. I hate when people try to force themselves into a lane when they're sitting at the end of a merging lane. I just hate the discourteousness of thinking that you can just come over without looking or doing anything and that other people have to get out of your way. Like, it is not their job to get out of your way. It is your job to merge safely. I think that's a problem worldwide with roundabouts. A lot don't know how they work. A lot of people don't know how they work. But, like, if they're going to put roundabouts in, there needs to be some education on roundabouts. I don't know if it's a big sign. They need to send out pamphlets. I don't know what it is. But people need to learn how roundabouts work. If there is nobody on your left-hand side, you enter the roundabout. You yield to the traffic in the circle. If there's nobody there, you go in. If somebody's waiting outside the circle, you don't stop in the circle for them to get in the circle. You drive past, and then they will enter behind you. It's not courteous to let them in. It's an accident waiting to happen. What device is easiest to have the collector map open on? Oh, so I'm streaming at a desk right now, so I've got 2 monitors. I've got one monitor that has the game running, and I have a second monitor that has my stream and my OBS and the map up. So that's easiest for me. I usually use a PC to open up the Gene Murphy map. You could use your phone. You could use an iPad. You could use, any of those things where you can pull up a browser. For me, it's just, I sit at a desk and game most of the time. I sometimes will game on my handheld, so I've got a Portal. And I'll maybe pull it up on my phone or Chromebook or laptop or, you know, I don't have an iPad, but that's usually how Gypsy would have pulled it up or pulls up other stuff. A lot of drivers need a refresher on the highway code. Yes. And I'm not saying I'm perfect or know everything, because if I traveled to another state, like, I also would probably, there would be things I wouldn't necessarily know how to deal with. So, like, I totally get that. But if you live in an area with a roundabout, like, you should know how they work. You just should. All right. I need some more coins. We need a quarter. All right. There are 3 coins around Armadillo. That's where we're going. I feel like maybe you should have to do a refresher every once in a while, just like to keep your license. Do I want to do that? No. Do I think maybe it would be a good idea? Sure. Just prove you have basic knowledge of shit. Are you on PC? How do you have 2 screens on a PS5? I have, so I have 2 monitors up in front of me right now, and the game is playing on my left monitor, which is what my PC, or my PS5 is hooked into. And then I have my stream and browsers up on my PC's connected to my right monitor. I can connect my PC to both monitors so that I can have 2 screens when I'm doing work and stuff. Oh shit, I have no idea where I'm traveling. I didn't see. But I'm only doing, my PS5 is on left screen, PC is on right screen right now. Oh, I'm traveling to camp. Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna go to Armadillo. Armadillo. Oh, here, let's put on, so I'll put on the No Salita outfit. So this is the outfit, I need to save this one. This is the free community outfit this month. And it's actually pretty decent. I would recommend getting all the pieces for sure. Casey said roundabouts would be his hell, dealing with the people in the roundabouts. We were just talking about this. Oh my God, dealing with people in roundabouts. Seriously, the other day, I was so agitated. It was day 2 of the fast, so I know that was part of what it was. But everybody was pissing me off on the way home. And, like, something happened in the roundabout. And I was just like, for the love of God, people. I was like, get the hell out of the roundabout. I was like, drive your cars. I was like, this is not difficult. Just drive. Just go. Just yield to the people on your left. I don't understand what's happening. Dude, I've never seen it backed up at that roundabout. It was crazy. All right, let me save this outfit if I have a spot. All right, I think I'm gonna get rid of this one because this is not the outfit. I don't like the way it's looking, so we're just gonna save here. Whoops. Well, that's fine. And then we're gonna put on. Okay, so here's the No Salita. So these are all the pieces that you can get this month if you like it. It's not bad. I don't love the hat, but it's not bad. Do you need an HDMI splitter to run 2 screens from the PC? So no, I just have I guess it depends on your setup. So right now I've got I don't have both screens hooked into my PC right now. I just have one screen. If I want to have the other screen, I just have a second HDMI. I have 2 HDMIs on the PC, and so I just have 2 cords, one that plugs in each. Where did I say it was going? Armadillo, yeah. Where I used to live, I had to go through 3 roundabouts to get to work. Wait a minute. Did I need them to get to work? No, I started going another way, so I started skipping them. To get to Gypsy's house, I'd have 3 roundabouts. I was like, this is terrible. I hate this. But I don't go through those 3 roundabouts anymore. I just have the one, and it's not as bad. Capella, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate you. Having your kids in the car changes your driving perspective a lot, I would imagine. Right now it's just me in the car, so. I don't feel like this doesn't go with my horse as well as the other one did. I don't mind. I don't like the hat. The hat's not my favorite. All right, come on. Gold quarter. Let's get a gold quarter before we end stream today, you know? Let's get one. Okay, I said gold quarter, not 1792 quarter. So rude. Yeah, in general, like I've been getting to work so early. I've been going for a walk before work, like at work, because parking is so out of control. It's because, and not everybody's back. It's like they canceled remote work. They brought everybody back. There's not enough parking. I pay $400 a year to park at my job. It's asinine. And parking is horrendous. So I have to, if I want to get a parking spot behind the building, which is not, I don't have to, but like I've been going for walks, I have to get there by like 6:40. I got there at 6:44 yesterday. No parking spots behind the building. Now I didn't realize this because they had closed off the other side, and that's why it was so busy, because they had blocked off a whole section of parking on the other side of the building. So I had to park across the street, which is fine. But if I'm going for a walk in the morning, I want to park behind the building if I can. So I've been getting there at like 6:40, so I can do that. It was not a gold quarter either, by the way, game. But I don't start work until 7:30, and I'd like to be able to shift my hours to work 7 to 3:30, but we were not allowed to do that under our last supervisor. I don't know if we'll be able to do it under a new one or not. I feel like if I make my case about the parking, maybe they'll... But the thing was just, oh, you can get here at 7, but you just need to sit in your car and read for 30 minutes or whatever. And I was like, that is a waste of my time. It's not a waste of my time to read, but like if I get to work, I just want to start working. If I want to read, I want to be at home. I don't want to be here early. And I can't get here at 7:30 because I literally won't get any parking. I have to park down the road, like at a parking garage down the road. And again, I don't mind walking, but I don't want to have to do that at 7:30 in the morning. I won't make it to work on time. Like, it's crazy. So I just want to be able to like shift my hours. So I've been getting there like 6:40, going for like a 15-minute walk just to get in some steps, get in about, 2,000-3,000 steps before I start working. And that way, if I take 15 minutes and also go for walks, I'm just getting my step count up, which is nice. It's been so cold here though. Like, we have not been going for our 15-minute walks because, dude, the temperature went from like, it was like 60 when we got to work, and it dropped to like 45, and it was so windy. It was freezing. $400 a year is actually pretty good. To park at my work? That's terrible. I shouldn't have to park to go to work. That's freaking awful. I'm not saying that there's not places that do that and it's not expensive, but like, I personally don't think you should have to pay 400 years to park at your job. That's asinine. I'm working. I'm paying you to go to work. That is what's happening right now. I am paying them to go to my freaking job. That's terrible. I disagree. 400 is terrible. I love that. I'm paying you for the privilege of walking in here and working. I should be able to park for free. I'm working. That should be a perk of my job. It should be included in my salary. They should be paying for my parking. Now, my coworker is probably getting ready to leave, and I think they have assigned parking over there, so she's never going to have to worry about parking. I don't know if she still is going to have to pay or not. Or if, like, the assigned parking is, like... Oh, it's an alcohol bottle. I'm going to be like, bitch, if you don't have to pay for parking, and it's, like, a significant pay raise. I was like, please let me know when they have another opening. I will go over there. If I get an assigned parking spot, don't have to pay for parking, and I get, like, a $6 an hour raise, I will take it. All right, so we are not having luck with the gold quarter. I think that's just going to be my nemesis this time. Got a couple more coins I could try to get.
Yep.
Okay, bye, Ducky. Enjoy your food. I'm going to have to do that here soon because I haven't eaten this morning. I had food. I broke the fast last night. I had some food. And I'm doing okay. And what is it? It's 11 o'clock now, so I should eat soon. Oh, he's back. Hey, buddy. I used to take an extra of my dad's professor card, so I wouldn't have to pay parking at my college. Now, this thing is, we don't have the same... It wouldn't work for us because we don't have the same... He's blue parking and I'm orange parking where I am. But, like, I have a coworker who... he and his wife both work there, and they have one pass that they pay for, and they can both park, because as long as you're not parking in the same parking lot, they won't catch it that it's just one, because you can put multiple vehicles on there, and they're not going to catch that, like, you're both parking there, as long as you're not in the same area. If you're in the same parking lot, they would, and they'd be like, you can't have both cars here, but if you're in, like, two different areas and two entirely different parking lots, like, they are not going to know. So, like, they get away with it. I was like, But I can't have... There's no blue parking over where I am. And I don't think there's any orange parking over where he is, so... Unfortunately, that would not work for us. Which I feel like is probably why they do it that way. The two different kind of parking. Actually, there's a lot of different color parking because there's like green, there's silver, there's gold. That's if you're fancy. The silver and gold are if you're fancy pants. You're a higher up. What is blue and orange? Just the different color parking. So if you have like an orange pass, you can park in the spots that are marked orange. If you have a blue pass, you can mark in the spots that are marked blue. But if you have an orange pass, you can't park in the blue spots. So it's just like each parking lot and each parking garage has like the colors that you can park in there. And it's to kind of spread out the parking, I guess. Partially. Where we going? I don't feel like it's this far down. It's always by something usually, so bear patch, in the ground, a log, a rock. Sometimes it's out in the middle of nowhere. Compared to here, for example, to reserve the cheapest variant spot on the street is like $560 a month and is reserved only for working hours. That is insane. No one should have to pay to go to work. That's my opinion. And I certainly shouldn't have to pay that much and there not be parking available. I've legitimately, when they have events going and stuff, I had one time where I had been off the day before, half day, because I wasn't feeling well. And then the next day, this was back when I was hybrid, I was scheduled to be in and nobody else was going to be in office but me. And I knew how important it was to our supervisor that the office be covered. So I still wasn't feeling great. I was still I wasn't like sick contagious. I could have worked, but I was very tired. I was very fatigued. But I got up, I drove in there. They were having some kind of event going on, so parking was blocked off, and I literally could not find parking anywhere. The only place I found that I would be able to park was at a parking garage all the way down the other side of the road, which was like a mile, like almost literally a mile away from where my work was. Now, normally that wouldn't be a problem. I would walk it and it's fine. I walk a mile all the time. It's not a big deal for me to walk it. But I was coming off being sick and I was very tired. And I was like, if I try to walk this, I'm going to be so fatigued by the time to get to work. I'm not going to be any good at work because I was just that kind of tired from being sick. And so I went home and I texted my boss and I was like, you know, I'm so sorry. Like, I tried to come in. I'm still not feeling great. And there was no parking anywhere. So I went home. I was like, I can try to come back at noon when the event ends to see if parking is opened up. I'm happy to do a little work from home today because I was set up to work remote because I was a hybrid schedule. And she's like, nope, if you're sick, you need to just take time off and rest, which seems nice. Like, seems like, oh, okay, yeah, she cares about your well-being. But no, she was just pissed because I was scheduled to be in. And when you're scheduled to be in, you can't work remote. So if, like, you're not feeling well, you can't work at home that day because you're not feeling well. You need to either be in the office when you're scheduled or you need to use your sick leave and take time off. And so I got this huge lecture, or not even a lecture. I was talked to in such a condescending manner when I got back to work. When I got back in and we were both back in, she's like, what does it mean to you to work a hybrid schedule or work remote? And I was like, I don't have any idea what you're asking right now. I don't know where we're going with this. And I was like, I'm not sure I understand what you mean. And she's like, when you were scheduled to be in office, you cannot work at home that day. You cannot work your scheduled in office day remote. So if you need to not be here, then you have to use your sick time. And I was like, I was just trying to be helpful, like to say that I would log on and do some work because I knew that there was a bunch of work that had to get done and it was important. And then she's like, what would my boss say? What would she say if I said, oh, I just can't come to work today because there's no parking? I was like, bitch, I'd hope she'd be understanding that you were just fucking sick and you drove in and there was no damn parking, so you went home. But apparently I don't get that same courtesy. Of course, I didn't say anything to her. I told her, I was like, I was sick the day before. I was not feeling well. I was like, I tried to come in to cover the office, but I did not want to walk a mile. I was too fatigued for that. And she's like, okay, well, I just need you to remember this for the future. If you were scheduled in an office, you are not allowed to work at home. And I was like, this is the worst human of all time. She's a terrible person. And she really is. She is a terrible person. She doesn't think she's a terrible person. And maybe she's not a terrible person in real life, but she's a terrible boss. She is definitely a terrible boss. Like, or maybe I don't know. I'm just used to dealing with people that, like, if you get your work done, I don't give a shit what your hours are if you get your work done. I don't care if you get all your work done in 6.5 hours, and you know what? I don't care versus 8 hours. As long as you're getting all your work done. If you're getting all your work done, I don't care what time you start, what time you end, or if you sit there and act. Yes, I've been so light the past month. It's insane. It is insane how light I am. On work right now. I'm scared. I'm scared for the next couple of weeks because we have a major conference coming up and I should be busy right now and I'm not. I sat there for 8 hours yesterday literally and did nothing. It's not even because normally I'd say, oh, I always have work to do. I don't right now. I'm so caught up. I've done things like extra. I'm so caught up right now. Yesterday I worked an 8-hour shift and literally did nothing. What a waste of my freaking time. I'm not even kidding when I say I did nothing. I answered like 2 emails. I had no work to do. And the fact that I have to sit there in that freezing cold office for 8 hours with nothing to do, and they'd be like, oh, we can give you more work to do. I was like, no, because normally I'm quite busy. Normally I have too much work to do. It's just this odd time where I'm kind of late right now. And so, like, if I was working hybrid, I could have gotten stuff done that day at home while just monitoring my email. But I can't do that. I just have to sit there in that stupid office and do nothing. And it's terrible. Bad manager, that's a perk for the company, having people working when they're not feeling well. Stupid. Yeah, she is a bad manager. Hopefully she's never coming back. Her leave did get extended for another 4 to 6 weeks. I don't know. I hope she never steps back foot in that door again. I'd be perfectly happy with that. Do you guys have mandatory paid vacation days there? Oops. Did I just make him crash? No. Okay. Like, have to take them? I mean, I get vacation days. Like, I have time I'm not forced to take them. But I have paid leave time and also sick time. I have like 250 hours of sick time right now because I never take sick leave. Morning, Diana. How's it going? I'm never sick, so I'm gonna start now that we're all back in office full time and everything, and everybody's back and there's nothing going on. I'm gonna start just taking days when I want a day off. Honestly, I'm just gonna start calling out for mental health days for like, it's sunny outside and I want to go for a walk days. I'm never sick. I never use my leave time. I never use my sick time. If I'm using my sick time and I'm not feeling well, it's like mild not feeling well. Like maybe I have a really bad headache that day, or it's not for usually any major sicknesses. Let's go here. So and my coworkers do it all the time. My coworkers call out sick all the time, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I have 250 hours. I'm just gonna start doing that. I took off next Wednesday. I'm probably gonna stream the new Disney Dreamlight stuff for the couple of you that want to hang out with me there. It's gonna be Lady and the Tramp is coming. I'll probably call out Thursday. I'm probably gonna just call out Thursday. I'm just gonna start doing it because I've been so light. Like there's no and instead of just using another vacation day, which I only have like 100. I think I have about like 110 hours right now because I used a lot of vacation last year. I'm just gonna use some sick time. I'm gonna start doing. My coworkers do it all the time. I never use it. I'm light right now. I'm just gonna do it. Can I get through here when the train's here? I can go here. Really think that's necessary? John never uses paid vacation time. I'm like, why? In the past, I've definitely gone without taking a lot of vacations, but like last year, I was like, you know what? I was like, I think I went back up north, used some of it there. And then I just took like long weekends. I think I took, when Ghost of Yote dropped, I think I took 5 days for that just to have off before and after so I could stream it. Here, the government forces by law all businesses to give minimum 20 paid vacation days to employees. Yeah, there's definitely laws on the amount of vacation they have to give for certain businesses. I don't know I don't think private businesses, I don't think there's a number of like, you have to give this much. Where I work, I just accrue like in hours. It's a certain amount every paycheck basically that I get, and it just adds up over time. So that's why right now I have, and it doesn't, so where I work, it doesn't end. You don't have to use it by the end of the year. It carries over. So if I ended with 250 sick leave, like that carries over into the next year. And so it just keeps adding on. I wanted to go out with the kids right now. Fog makes me want to stay in. Yesterday was so beautiful and sunny, thick logs. Fog is crazy right now. Yes. Oh my gosh. It's been so cold here. I'm just waiting. That's why I'm hoping it's going to warm up a little bit next week, because I'm hoping to like, I already took off for Wednesday to stream the update and like play the update. And then I'm hoping that it's going to be nice and sunny and beautiful, and I could just like go for a really long walk somewhere on Thursday and just get out, like maybe read outside for a little bit. I tried to read outside the other day and it got so cold so fast. It was crazy. Okay, any other easy coins to get here? I was really hoping for a quarter today. Alright, I got one at LeGras. One up North Annisburg I could still get. I've pretty much collected most of them, though. There's one south of Tumbleweed. There's one at Caliga as well. Okay, so I could grab the one at Caliga and then go up to LeGras. There's not an open campsite. Of course there's not. I'm not near hostiles. What are you talking about? I'm also getting a little bit hungry. Not an open campsite. I'm gonna have to go all the way to Valentine. It's so dumb. You have unlimited paid sick days until you get healthy, but that's bullshit if you ask me. You definitely have limited sick time here, and I do. Both my coworkers last year both at the same time had very unusual circumstances where they had to be out for an extended period of time. And it's crazy, like, how FMLA works and, like, using your leave and, like, how much leave you have to use first and, like, what happens when you run out. And we almost got to Valentine. I still don't necessarily know all of how that works. But a lot of your leave, if you're on FMLA, a lot of your leave is paid leave. I do know you have to use some of your hours for that, but I don't know how many you have to use. Where was I going to go? Okay, I was going to get the one. We're going to stay at Indiana, go to the one at Caliga, and then we'll go up north to LaGrande. Maybe the last 2 coins I get because I'm getting a little bit hungry. I need to eat some food. I do hate the places, so there are definitely legitimately jobs with really shitty people where you have to like bring a doctor's note in when you're sick to prove you were sick. And I was like, if I'm sick enough to be out but not sick enough that I'm gonna go pay a doctor to tell me I'm sick, like, you ain't getting a doctor's note. What is the leave for pregnancy? I forget how long you get. Is it 3 months? I can't remember. Or is it like... oh, 8 weeks. Up to 8 weeks of paid parental leave for childbirth, fostering, or adoption. Usable within a 24-month period, so don't have 2 kids back to back, by the way. This can be combined with up to 12 weeks of unpaid job-protected FMLA leave or 6 months of total unpaid extended parental leave. So it's only 8 weeks paid, it looks like. I was thinking it was 3 months paid, but it's eight weeks paid, so 2 months paid. And then you can take up to 12... or you can combine it with 12 weeks of unpaid FMLA leave, which just basically protects your job, but you're not getting paid while you're gone. And then that extended leave as well. There's some jobs that don't have to pay for it at all. So I'm at least lucky enough that I work at a place that does cover stuff like that. But it is within a 24-hour period. So you can't, if you had a kid and then the next year you had another kid, you can't use it again, which is a bummer. In my country, it's normal to get a day off the first day your child is sick, sometimes even the second day. So it's good, especially, I mean, and here there's a lot of jobs that are understanding about that and they'll work with you. But there are some jobs that 2 years paid, that is insane. I don't know if I agree with 2 years paid. That's crazy. I mean, great for the parents, yes.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
I'm just here for a coin, don't mind me. I'm not here to kill you or nothing. And they can't fire you for a minimum 6 months after the 2 year. That is crazy. Hey, David, how's it going? I am on the Norfolk Roadster currently. And he is a beaut. This is my Aragorn. I've got the Panther saddle on right now. Get somewhere a little sunnier. I think we're getting ready to go into nighttime cycle again. Yes. So yeah, I've tried a couple different saddles on him. The trader saddle looks pretty good too. But I think you're dirty. You're dirty. Give you a little brush. And I like the natural mane on the Roadsters for the most part. Uh-oh. Okay, I don't know where they're going. Not here, though. But yeah, I think this Panther saddle might be my absolute favorite on him. I love his little dapply spots. Woo. They're so pretty. Don't have kids back to back. Some don't have the choice. I mean, it's true. But I'm just saying, if you do have kids back to back, you don't get the... I don't think you get the leave again, so... You might be a little out of luck. Might have to make some lifestyle changes for a single income. Which is, you know, it's tough to do in today's economy. Like, stuff's expensive. The government pays for all, not the business, though. Yeah, but how's the government paying for it? Taxes? I'm just saying, look, I don't plan to have children, and if I gotta pay for somebody to not work for 2 years in my taxes, I'm just like, where's my benefit? I got a dog. You pay me to be off work for my first 6 months of my adoption, so I could settle him in. Of course it's taxes! I mean, no offense, if you decide to have a kid, that's great, and that's also your choice, and I don't want to pay for you to not work for 2 years because you popped a baby out. I'm sorry. I just don't. Call me selfish. I pay for you for a little bit. I think you should get some time. And if the business itself wants to pay for it, then I'm okay with that too. But I don't want my taxes going to that. Hey, Hoof Girl, if you were in before, sorry I missed you. But yeah, I think that's fair. I don't think I'm being selfish for saying that. Like, your decision to have kids has nothing to do with me. Like, I shouldn't have to pay for it, you know? That's not to say I'm not willing to help out. Obviously, taxes go to some good things. Whoop. Gators! We got gators. Uh-oh. Aragon does not like gators that much. He's a little bit of a scaredy cat. The baby will pay for your pension? It's a loop? I don't know about that. Like, if somebody had a baby right now, I don't think they're paying for my pension. Also, I pay in. What the fuck is that nonsense? I pay in money for retirement. Yeah, Aragon's like, no, I'm not having it. Come on. Come on. Gold quarter. Damn. Oh, wait. I got one at some point. Where did I get the gold quarter? Was that the last spot I was at? And I was ranting, so I didn't even see it? I have a full coin set. Nice. Look at that. You guys didn't even tell me I got a gold quarter. Excellent. Look at that. That is exactly what I wanted. Let's see if we can get one more. Sometimes when you get one, it'll trigger getting another one. Okay, well, we're clearly not going to be able to get... I was hoping it would let me just set up camp right here. I don't think my horse is going to come back to me. Oh, wait. I can go straight across here. That's fine. Nice. I've paid my own pension. Been paying since I've been working 40 years ago. Yeah, exactly. I pay into whatever it is. And then I also pay into my own retirement account. And then now I have another retirement account through my job. I probably should combine them, but like my main retirement account is being managed by someone where I used to live that I like and trust. And I'm like, do I want to take it and put it into this place? Now, see, the thing with where I work now is I'd have to work here another 6 years, I believe, to be fully vested. And I'm like, am I going to make it 6 years? I don't know. Do I want to transfer this in for what could be a short stint here? I don't know that I want to do that. But, like, it would make more sense to have it all together because it's a higher amount, so it'd be earning more money. So, like, it makes sense, and I'm getting matching from my employer. I wish I didn't have to make these decisions. I just don't want to adult. I need somebody else to make these decisions for me and be like, this is a good decision. This is not a good decision. Let me do this for you. That's even better. Dear, let me take care of this for you. That's what I want. Is that too much to ask? I'm like, I don't know. If I tell you the minimum monthly pension here, you won't believe me. I don't even know what it is here. I wouldn't even have any idea how it stacks. Like... Economy needs taxpayers. Imagine a country full of 60 plus people. Yeah, I'm okay with paying taxes. Like, I get taxes go to important things. And taxes also go to some very unnecessary things because our government is not efficient. and my taxes go to shit that it doesn't need to go for. But yeah, I understand the importance of taxes, and I pay in taxes. But I'm just saying, if you decide to have a child, I don't want to pay for you to not work for 2 years. Like, why are you not working for 2 years? If you decide to not work for 2 years, that's great. Then you're set up where your partner makes enough money to support you. You are living in a realistic lifestyle that is within your means, and you're doing that. Anything after I mean, even a year is insane to me. Like, I don't want my personal taxes going to you because you decided to have a baby and you don't want to adjust your lifestyle to live within your means. Like, that's asinine. I want my taxes to go to people who, like, legit, like, how about the person on the street who has no food? Like, you know, like how about stuff like that? Again, if your business wants to pay for that, like, that's fine with me. But, like, I don't think my taxes should have to go for 2 years. Now, is that if you have another kid? Like, is it just keep adding on? So you have another kid is another 2 years, and you like, never have to work again? You're like, babe, I'll just pop out a baby every 2 years, and like I get my salary, and like I don't have to go to work at all. I'll just stay home with the kids. I'm getting paid. I'm getting paid out of other people's money who work hard and are going to work every day. Like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Where am I going? I'm going to Armadillo. Where's Armadillo? Not Armadillo, Annisburg. Go to Annisburg. I don't think I'm being unreasonable about the 2 years. Like, I get what you're saying, that the babies will come and they'll pay taxes, but I'm saying I want my taxes to go. Like, I understand the importance of taxes, but I don't think that's something that taxes should be used for. So I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I'm okay with paying taxes, and the baby that comes along after is also going to pay taxes. Like, I get that, but 2 years is crazy. 2 years is crazy. To me, because there's a lot of things that taxes need to be used for, right? To make sure our roads are still good, to help people who have lost their jobs and can't afford to feed themselves. Like, there's a lot of things. Like, taxes only go so far, right? Your money, there's a finite amount of money that is coming in. And I don't think it's unreasonable for me to say that if you choose to have a baby, our taxes will support you for a certain amount of time, but 2 years is a lot of time. And at some point, if you're choosing to have children, you should make sure that you have the means to be able to care for a baby without government assistance. You should, and I'm not saying that you don't sometimes need that help and need government assistance, but it shouldn't be something you're relying on. Oh, for 2 years, I can get my salary. I have paid parental leave. Is that full leave, by the way, or is that partial? Is that like partial salary or full? Because if we're talking full salary for 2 years, that's just insane to me. That's like crazy to me. I'm like, two years for you to stay home and take care of your child because you chose to have a child, when my taxes could be going to other things, and you could just be adjusting your lifestyle to be living within your means, so you're living on a single income. Like, that's crazy to me. I'm sorry. Obviously, we just have a difference of opinion here, but like, that's my opinion, and that is not going to waver. 2 years is insane. If that's full salary, I don't even know who said it initially. Is it full salary they get, or is it like a partial salary? Partial salary would make more sense. If you're getting like a portion of your salary for 2 years, like that would make more sense to me. If you're getting like full salary for the 2 years, like that's crazy. Somehow you have to encourage your citizens to have children. Do we now? You should, yeah, to me that's that is shit. There should be no incentive to have children other than you want to have a child and love that child. It shouldn't be, oh, I'm gonna get X amount, because I feel like that is somewhat of a problem here, where people are like, oh, I'll have X amount of babies and just get government assistance to pay for these babies. Like, just get money for having these babies. They don't want the babies. They don't want the kids. They don't love the kids. I'm sure some do, but like, they're just like, oh, I can get money for these kids. That's why some people foster, because they get money for the kids. It's a terrible thing. Some people foster because they legitimately care about kids and they want to foster. And some people are like, I'm going to foster because I get a paycheck. I get money for fostering these kids. And I don't think you should need any incentive. You should, if you want to have a baby because you want to have a child and you're going to love that child and that's important to you, you shouldn't need an incentive to have a baby. Because then you have people that are having babies for the perk, the money or whatever, that maybe didn't really want to have a baby. And maybe they don't love that child like they should. I don't know. That's crazy. 2 years is crazy. I'm going to die on that hill. I think it should be a fair time off for everyone, whether that's dogs or personal care. Yeah, dude, like, where's my time? Where's my paid time off? I need some mental health time off. Can I have that, please? I didn't have a child, but I could use 6 months off sometimes every once in a while. Do I get that? Now, hey, if I get to take that time off when I adopt a dog or like when I need personal time, cool. I'm cool. We'll do it. We'll do a trade there. I know my dog's not going to grow up to pay taxes one day, but like... Growing up, I either wanted no kids, or if I did want kids, I wanted 3, but definitely not have them back to back. Dude, I can't imagine. It's not that I'm opposed to having a child. First of all, I just don't want to birth a child naturally, because that sounds awful to me. Actually, where am I going? I'm going right here. But honestly, I just don't feel adult enough to have a child. I just don't. I don't feel like I'm going to raise a child well, so I'm too old now. I'm out of past the years of where I should comfortably have a child, I think. And that's a lie. I could totally have a child. People have children at my age, but I don't want to. You can't make me. Okay, bye, Jose. Thanks for hanging out. I'm actually getting ready to end as well. Paramidia, thank you so much for subscribing. I had 3. I don't know how, but I'm here. Bless all of you guys. My mama had 4. I don't know. Oh, gold dollar. Oh, so close to gold quarter. I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how you guys do it. I can't imagine having 1. I think 2 would be my max if I had kids, because, dude, I can't imagine. You only have 2 arms. Like, what do you do with a 3rd? I only pushed out 2. My body doesn't like the pregnancy experience. I imagine my body would hate it. My body would not recover well. I'm just saying. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I've actually gone 2 hours and 45 minutes today, which is a lot longer than I normally go. I'm getting a little bit hungry, so I'm going to go ahead and end up. But I do appreciate the conversation, even if we don't agree. That's okay. We need to... I think we all do a good job of being respectful of what other people are saying, at least, and not getting mean and rude and nasty. So I always appreciate that about this group. So thanks again, guys. I am probably going to go live on Wednesday, but with some Disney Dreamlight Valley. So if you just want to pop in, say hi, or check out what's going on there, it'll probably be early. I'm not sure what time that drops. Maybe around like 9 a.m. or so. I'm not 100% sure. Other than that, I will be back next Saturday with some Red Dead Online. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Babadoo, it was so great chatting with you. I know it's been a little while. Have a great day, and I will chat with you guys all soon. Bye, everybody.